I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. When we will lose together, we rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. When we will lose together, we rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. When we will lose together, we rise, we fall together. Together we overcome. Together we can be stopped. We will reach those goals we set together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. When we will lose together, we rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. Chelsea, okay. We will lose together. Together we win. We rise, we fall together. I am a Chelsea fan. I am a Chelsea fan. We will lose together. Together we can be strong. We rise, we fall together. We fucking got it.
Fumbled it again. Yes, guys. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another live stream, another transfer update. Thankfully, we took the day off yesterday. We allowed the news to pile up a little bit. Also enjoyed the Never a Foul barbecue. What a sensational night out that was. Big up to everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed yesterday. All the England fans, all the other, just everybody enjoyed the Euros. We're in the semi-finals. I didn't even expect England to make it this far, but now I believe England can make the final. Do I think they'll win the final? No. The final's where it ends. But I do think England might make their second Euros final. I said it here before. If they can make it through against Switzerland, I think they could beat Netherlands. Netherlands haven't really wowed me this tournament. They either look disjointed as hell or they actually look pretty good and they don't bury their chances. They don't really look that consistent to me. Yeah, I know Gakpo's on form. He'd be the real danger man, but bar him, no one else really moves me like that. England might be able to see their way through that because, like, look, these men have been able to hang through the tournament for this long. I could believe that they could do one more game before they face one of Spain or France, and it's over. It's over. Fun and games is finished. It ends on Sunday. But great day out before that. I might do a watch along on Wednesday as well, people. I might. Just depends on my plans on the evening. I might go out to the pub for one more round. I might stay here and just do a chill little watch along. I'll make it up as I go along, but keep an eye out, people. And I'm sure if I'm not doing it, one of Joey or Jimmy or maybe the pair of them will end up doing a watch along anyway. So there will be content. There will be content. But moving away from international football, there's a lot of club news to get into. There's news on Chilwell and Cucurella. Michael Golding, thank you for the cameo against Preston. Omorodion news, we've got news on Sanchez and Nkunku as starters for next season. Kepa news. We have interest from Saudi Arabia for Kepa. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Adeyemi links. We've got an update on Jonathan David, but it's just an update. It's nothing that deep. Desiree Doue links. I hope I didn't butcher his name. I feel like I did. But yeah, we got links on him too. And plenty of other stuff to get into as well. Yeah, guys, I know Elise got announced like 10 minutes ago. That shit's been done for like 3 weeks. I don't care no more. I don't care no more. Best of luck over there. We'll be alright. We got Cole Palmer. Cool. I don't really know what more to say about the whole Elise situation. Like, it strengthens Bayern Munich. It's a good move for him. They offered more wages. They're a better opportunity for him than Chelsea. Ah, well. EK, I would, but I swear now I could get copyrighted for using that track. When it first came out, like, all content creators could use it and you wouldn't get demonetized. Now I think I'd get demonetized. So I don't think I could use that still. But it's not a bad idea. It isn't a bad idea. Trust me, if I could, I would. I just don't think I can. I don't think I could. I don't think I can. Shout out Melon. Of course we're going to be live. I only ever miss like 1-2 days max in a week. Nothing else. Nothing else. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Ravi. Shout out to Abdi. Shout out to Maldini. Big up to Dominic. Man said Lewis Somerville. Crazy. Big up, bro. Big up to Gaming for Life. Yeah, Adam, don't worry. It's just not too far away. It's only like 4 minutes. Big up, bro. Chloe says she got a clip of the fight at the barbecue. I want to say fight. It didn't kick off. But the good news is there's no beef anymore. So, yeah, everything's good in the football YouTube world now. The beef was squashed. Let's go. Sure, everybody's happy to hear that. Sure, everybody's happy to hear that. Deal says, who fighted? No one. Nobody. It was just a peaceful day out. Well, they had to sort out their issues, but they sorted out their issues. Now everybody's happy. Yeah, man, everyone's friends, everyone's smiling, everyone's good. Everyone's good now. There's no clip. There's no clip. And also, for the sake of Daps and Kaz, like, I don't want to be put in their fucking house public for everybody to see. So I'm leaving that. But yeah, everyone's happy. Everybody's good now. Everybody's good. Shout out to everyone that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that shit. Big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Right, where should we start? Yeah, guys, I know Elise's gone to Bayern. We weren't going to hijack that. It's done, people. It's okay. It's cool. We got Esteban Willian. We're fine. Give him 2 years, he'll be clear of Elise anyway. It's all good. So, let's start off with this whole Omorodion situation. We'll start off with that. So, what was the first tweet? Rahman Osman came out yesterday to speak about Omorodion, and I really tried this week to just ignore all the links to him because I just thought, look, we've signed Mark Hugh. I hope that's the right way you say his name. He's meant to be like the young, unproven striker that you're going to give minutes to and you're going to let develop. Why are we back in for this guy? I don't get it. Because Rahman Osman said Chelsea's interest in Omorodion is serious, and they held talks with Atletico Madrid this week. He's seen as the right profile and the right age. Atletico want a big fee, and I don't even think he's the only one that's been tweeting about him. So clearly there is a little bit to this story. Let me see who else did it. Who else has tweeted about him recently? Said West Ham's also inquired. Fabrizio said yesterday, don't forget the appreciation for Sambu Omorodion, and they also want a right-footed winger. But like, I don't get it. At least Mark Hughes was like 6 million. That made a bit of sense in terms of you develop him, you flip him, or you just keep him and he balls out for us. Like, you promised Mark Hughes more minutes as well. So I don't get why we'd go for another unproven striker, especially for the amount that Atletico Madrid are asking for him. The last we heard, we dropped, we offered 40 something million for him, and it got rejected. And he's happy to stay at Atletico as well. Like, he doesn't even want to leave the club. He's happy. He's settled there. Atletico don't want to get rid of him. He doesn't want to leave. I don't get why we're still in for him, but like, we clearly still are. And I've seen a few people like try and connect the dots, and they're looking at Atletico Madrid going for Dobbvik, and then now saying, okay, cool, maybe the pathway for him's closed, and Chelsea are now trying to wait for that transfer to go through, and then maybe see if they can have another crack at going for Omorodion. But why? Why? Like, Mark, he makes sense. You give him the Conference League minutes, you give him the Cup minutes, you let him grow, you let him develop. Jackson, or if we get an Osimhen or someone else, will take the majority of the Premier League minutes. Why'd you add Omorodion to this? Because then if you do that for, like, let's say, we've offered 40 million already. And I think they're looking at about 80 million euros. So that's about 70 million quid. That's starter money. That's starter money. That's first team starter money. So, but we've promised Mark Hughes more minutes than he would get at Barcelona. So it don't really add up. It don't really add up. This thing is very, very confusing to me. Joey said, pull this one up, saying, I think we need to put out PR to scare Napoli. You think this is a PR tactic? I mean, I'd hope so. That would make a little bit of sense. Because, like, I just don't get why you'd even put the 40 million down for him. You think this is old news? I wanted to believe it's old news, but this thing, it won't go away. It won't go away. Like, we heard some links to him at the start of the week, and I was just like, yeah, whatever. We got Hiyu. Like, why are we going in for him? It's still here. End of the week, and we still got links. Still got people saying that we are holding more talks. So clearly there's something to this. Clearly we do have interest, and we're still trying to push for this transfer. So now I'm just trying to ask myself, why? Why? And I don't know. I haven't got a fucking clue. I ain't got a clue. Shout out to Tommy Beats saying, saw a Daily or Pies tweet reply last night saying, apparently next season we're getting a points deduction for breaches. Is it waffle? I don't know. Now, there's this Twitter account called, I think, what's his name? Flame of Summit or something. And he's been speaking like it's guaranteed that we're going to get a points deduction or a transfer ban as a minimum. And that's going to drop around the end of this year. The thing is, there's just nothing really concrete to it. It's because of the self-reporting that we do know, but we don't know what the consequences of that is going to be. So we can't say outright, yeah, points deduction is coming. Sounds like certain accounts might know some things that we don't know about, but as of right now, I can't sit here on my platform and tell you that a points deduction is going to happen. I can't tell you that a transfer ban is going to happen. I can tell you I've heard of accounts saying about it, but all I know is that we just self-reported. There's probably going to be some consequences. I would have assumed with us self-reporting that it would be a lot less harsh on us, especially with it being stuff to do with the old regime as opposed to the new regime. Why would you punish the new regime for stuff that happened in the Roman era? That doesn't make any sense. Don't know. Yeah, it's not PSR. It's something. It was something that we self-reported from the Roman era. Something to do with it. There's just a couple rumblings about a guaranteed points deduction or something, but I don't see anything concrete to say that. So I'm not going to tell any of you guys that either. Maybe just have it in the back of your head. Keep it in mind. There might be a points deduction. That's all I can really tell you. I'm not going to do the scaremongering with you lot and tell you that, oh, be careful, guys. A 12-point deduction is going to come in a couple months. Because then it has to happen, or I've been chatting shit. I just don't know. I ain't got a clue. Would prefer a transfer ban. You know what? Any other summer, I would have said that shit would kill my channel for about 3 months. But we have a Club World Cup coming up. I don't really mind. I don't really... If it has to be any year, that year could be okay. But like, ideally, never do transfer bans. I can't be bothered for that shit. I can't be bothered for it. I need my dopamine. I need my fix. Where am I going to get my fix from? If it ain't going to be from my club. Well, maybe we'll get one from selling Chilwell, but we're going to delve into that in a little sec. This summer, we got Euros and Copa. Yeah. Next year, Club World Cup, and that's why I don't really mind. Joey's saying it will probably be a fine. Like, could be. I don't know. Some people are saying just a fine. Some people are saying guaranteed points deduction. Like, I see accounts talking like it's already been confirmed and it's going to happen and we just need to be ready and accepting of it. But I just don't see anything concrete to believe that. So, like, respectfully, I don't want to follow the scaremongering. I don't want to do that. 100 million was set aside and they walked in to solve those issues. Don't worry, guys. I mean, if that's a fine, then great. If it's a transfer ban, then maybe it makes even more sense with all the hoarding that we're doing right now. But I don't know, because I feel like if there was a guaranteed conclusion to this whole situation, we'd hear a lot more about it. Points deduction pending, transfer ban pending, and all of that. And yeah, we will appeal. Wherever we get, I'm sure we'll probably appeal. So there's that too. But let's move on from it because I don't want to keep going around in circles and doing all the scaremongering and all of that. Just in terms of Omorodion, no. Like, why would we waste that sort of money on somebody that unproven who doesn't even want to be here, who doesn't want to leave Atletico, and for someone for that wage who would demand a starting spot? That don't make any sense to me at all. But I guess this link ain't going away. So we'll see where it takes us over the next few weeks. Where should we go to next? In terms, while we're on the striker situation, we'll touch on what Fabrizio said too. Because he said Chelsea want to bring in one more striker. It's not guaranteed because it will depend on how Nkunku does in the preseason as a striker. They also have Mark Hugh and Nicholas Jackson. So we will be guaranteed to at least see Nkunku in the 9 at preseason. And if he has a good preseason, you might see him start against Man City in that role too if we don't get another striker by then. Which, I mean, I would prefer than I was going for Omorodion. In terms of what Nkunku can do in the number 9, we just have to see when we get to preseason. My real question is, what would happen with Nicholas Jackson if the idea is to do Nkunku in the 9? Does that mean we don't go for a winger and we just try to push Jackson out into the wing? Or what's the idea? Because Mark Hugh would definitely be getting the Conference League minutes. And if that's not the case, then kind of getting the same minutes that you were going to get at Barcelona. So I assume Mark Hughes going to get the Conference League games. Jackson, I guess, would be on the left, or maybe you have Nkunku on the left. One or the other. And I guess that's the plan. We also heard as well, like, Robert Sanchez is the priority for goalkeeper going into next season. So you will see Sanchez in goal, at least for the start of preseason 2. He has to have a 10-10 preseason because there isn't a lot of fans that believe in this guy, myself included. And it just sounds like we're really just praying that it was Poch tax that was the difference with Sanchez. And the maddest thing is, like, I can't even really argue that down, to be honest, with the complete lack of structure. Maybe they're onto something. Maybe. I can't pretend that I have a lot of faith in Sanchez to begin with. But I've also preached on this channel a lot that I'm willing to give players their first season. So I don't want to go back on that. Maybe he does look like a different player with a different structure next season, lad. I'd fucking hope so. Otherwise, that is a big L already. That's an L already if he doesn't ball out. But it's a hill that it looks like we're going to die on. So I guess we have to see. Maybe a different structure gets more out of him. I need to see it to believe it personally, but it seems like they want to die on the Sanchez hill. Preseason will tell us a lot. And I know we've said before as well, like the one thing we don't want to do is get gassed over preseason. But with time, the more I've thought about it, we're saying that because we saw one thing in preseason and we got given something completely different when we went into the start of last season. I don't really expect us to do that now. I expect our preseason to be the same sort of football that we would try to implement at the start of the season. So you can actually figure things out from what we produce at preseason too. So we'll see. We'll see from an Nkunku 9 perspective. We'll see from a Sanchez goalkeeper perspective. But Sanchez has to have a good preseason. He has to. Like, we can't be seeing clangers from the first game. Otherwise, that confidence is just going to keep going and crash. We ain't trying to hear it. Big up to Jorgen saying 22-23 part 3, the bloody trilogy. Yay, let's go. Oh, boy. That was depressing. That was very depressing. I didn't need a reminder of that season, bro. But thank you. I was saying we need a world-class... You, man, you're just preaching to the choir. Like, I don't necessarily believe in him. It's just if you lot want to go for Sanchez again, it had better work. No, we want mistakes in fucking hell. You're just like, fail early. Save me the bullshit. In the purple patch. I can't be bothered. Fair enough. Like, I do hope he proves a lot of people wrong, myself included. I would rather we go for another goalkeeper. I'll be real. I'm just hoping it's a first season thing. But the way he ended the season too, like even looking at some of the cup games, like Leicester City at home, weren't even catching corners well. Maybe it's a confidence thing. And like, I guess maybe a manager giving him confidence might help him a little bit more, but just can't help feeling like I'm sniffing insane copium with this one. And I just really want him to work out, because if not, it's going to be a long-ass season. I can't be bothered. Let me just drop a quick poll for you guys. Do you believe Sanchez can turn it around next season? Yes or no? The poll is dropped. So yeah, let's gauge where the chat's at with him. Even though like, all I see in the chat anyway is just no's. Oh, yo, this redemption arc could be sensational. It could be. It could also just be absolutely infuriating to go through. Well, what's the chat saying? So no is winning by 75%. Oh, great. The maddest thing is, like, I don't even see a single yes in the chat. I don't see a single... Oh, no, there's one. Shout out to Gallagher out. There's one. Why did you put the option? Because I wanted to see if anybody still believes. Does anyone still believe? But clearly not. Ah, fucking hell. Yeah, I can't be bothered. I said, who want me? No, 100% me. What goalkeepers ever have a redemption arc? They always go from good to bad. Mendy slash... I feel like there's a couple. I just can't really remember from the top of my head because I'm also fucking fried. But if no one has any in the chat, though, then it's a bit long. It's a bit long. Shout out, AK. Big up, bro. Big up. Chesney. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's one. I guess that's one. De Gea. Yeah. But that was more adapting to the Prem, too, and just getting a bit more physical. Courtois? What, you talking about his first season at Real? Maybe. Like, Courtois' quality's always been there, though. It's like just one season of a dip and back up. Van der Sar? Am I missing something? When did Van der Sar have a drop-off? Emi Martinez? Yeah, I guess. But part of me feels like Emi just got opportunities in 2020 and made the most of it. So I don't even know if that's like a redemption arc. Because before then, he was just their outright number 2. He's just their outright number 2. Yeah, shit, there ain't really a lot of options. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, boy. So we're trying to go against the grain now with Robert Sanchez too. Well, this is just sensational, isn't it? This is just absolutely sensational. I said, don't bring that Adeyemi anywhere near close to my club. Well, the good thing is it was only Rudy Giletti that reported on Adeyemi. He said Chelsea are increasing their pressure on Adeyemi. Constant contacts with the entourage of the Dortmund winger now at the top of Chelsea's list as their main target. Developments expected soon. Now, Bild reported a few weeks ago that there was inquiries from England for Adeyemi, so I feel like this article is just more building on that. Fabrizio also said Chelsea are looking for a right-footed winger, but no one else has really linked Adeyemi with us. Now, we know Adeyemi's rapid as hell. He does do the defensive work rate and all of that. But I'll be real, from the stuff I've researched with him, not really that moved. Like, I've seen his end product can be frustrating as hell. I've read his stamina ain't necessarily great over the 90. His first touch ain't really that good. Obviously, he's still young. He can develop. Plays in all 3 of the attacking positions. So he's a little bit versatile too. Even seen he doesn't necessarily have a great injury record. It's just a relatively cheap transfer, if anything, because I think he's going for about 30 million euros. He might develop his game, but not really that moved. Not really that moved on this one. Doesn't seem very composed in the final third. From what I've read, seems to be inconsistent. Just very rapid. Decent defensive work rate. And that's about it. Like, personally, nah. Not really with it. Not really. Oh, he's not even right-footed. Oh, great. So then this is an even more confusing link. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see too much more from this, and kind of hope so. Because this guy doesn't sound like anything that, like, raises the bar for me, personally. Apparently, there's even off-the-field issues with his application dropping ever since he got together with his new girlfriend. So make of that whatever you will. That's just stuff I've read from Dortmund fans. But overall, seems good athletically, and like that's about it. So I hope this doesn't go any further than that. Manager saying left-footed Mudryk, chocolate Mudryk, Werner's lost cousin. Oh, fucking hell, man. Yeah, no, that link ain't it. Thankfully, it's not from a very reputable source. It's just there's a little bit more to it as well. The fact that Bild hinted at it a month ago. Past that, I'm not really that wild off it. Sterling interest, no. Pies said something about us being willing to offload Sterling. Yeah, always been open to offers for Sterling, but we've received nothing so far because who is going to take Sterling off our hands on those wages? Nobody. Nobody, except maybe Saudi, and I don't think he wants to go Saudi just yet. One person, though, which is also a very good segue, one person who is linked with Saudi is Kepa. Kepa could be on his way to Saudi Arabia. Gotta drop one more of those just for this link because Saudi might be saving us yet again. This link has come out from Marca. They've said Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga, who has 1 year remaining on his contract, has also received a substantial offer from Saudi Arabia's Al-Itthad, one that's hard to refuse. He has requested more time before making a decision. Chelsea are willing to facilitate Kepa's departure, who is required to return to Chelsea in the next few days. The plan is to consider some proposals, but without rushing. Kepa would be happy to return to Madrid, but this still seems like a distant option. Kepa would also accept playing second fiddle to Courtois, and another deal with Chelsea would not be too difficult. Not contract extension, so don't scare yourself too much with that one. Lewin still hasn't sorted out the contract situation, so Real Madrid is a potential move for him, which is part of the reason why Kepa's also asking for more time to figure out his next move. If Madrid don't want him, he's going to probably take the Saudi move. I hope, because if not, bruv, it's crazy. But there's a chance. The fact that he's even requested more time says he's thinking about it. Personally, I'm buying a Kante Al-Itthad shirt if they can get this move sorted, because it finally gets rid of another cancer from this club. I'm sure they'll offer him a massive increase on the 150k a week wages. We'll probably just get book value for him, which is fine. I don't care. It's fine. Probably more than what you'd receive from anybody else for him. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Go away. How much do we get for Kepa? I genuinely couldn't care less. I don't care. Anything north of 5 million, take it and run. Take it and run. We've already wasted enough money on this guy. We've wasted enough time. We've barely had any offers for him despite spending this entire decade. This entire decade, guys. We spent 4 years trying to get rid of Kepa. And we haven't been able to find a single permanent move. If these men say they're willing to take him, anything north of 5 mil, deal. Deal. Take it and run. Take it, don't ask questions. Buy Kepa his flights. Goodbye. Goodbye. We ain't trying to hear none of that. So, we'll see what happens with Kepa over the next few weeks. But the good thing about this is we have more than one club interested in him. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Let's hope we can get rid of him. Kepa leaving party pending. Was that an Ornstein tweet? That must be Calafiori then. Chelsea contact Wolves. Chelsea. Also contact Wolves to express interest in signing Dan Bentley. Who? Who the hell is that guy? Also signing nobodies. Could never be my club. Could never. Yeah, I don't know who that brother is either. Some goalkeeper. Don't understand that at all. Probably just depth. Yeah. Not my problem. Third choice keeper. Couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Hey, guess only Chelsea signing nobodies. Guess it's only us. His market value is 12 million. I think they would put in like 15 for him. I did see Wolves want enough money to reinvest. So make of that what you will. Ramsdale leaving. Just I beg nobody link Ramsdale to my club. I nearly said Ben Jacobs because I know he would drop a tweet saying we have interest and he's on a list or some bullshit. Like, keep my club's name as far away from Ramsdale as possible. I'm good. But you know it's gonna drop soon. Somebody's gonna say something. Chelsea are still monitoring Aaron Ramsdale. We have interest. Chelsea really like Aaron Ramsdale and all that shit. Keep my club's name out of your mouth. Facts, bro. Come on. There you are. Liked internally. Get in the bin. I give it 1 day. If even that. I'm sure by the time I stream tomorrow, I'm going to find a Ramsdale link. I'm sure. Maybe even by the end of this stream. It would be fucking typical. I said, to be fair, Ramsdale, maybe for you. We are intrigued, yes. Long-standing interest and all that bollocks. Another interest link that died was Jonathan David. We saw Kieran Gill report yesterday that Chelsea aren't rushing to sign Jonathan David ahead of other competition, and nothing has progressed since interest revealed 2 weeks ago, even though we had a new link before Canada played. But hey, typical. Breaking news. Fair play, Melon. Fair play. What else was there? So, we heard stories on left backs as well. Fabrizio said one of Chilwell or Cucurella will leave Chelsea if they receive a good proposal. Which, personally, take Cucurella's name off. Because there's literally no reason to sell our best left back. It doesn't strengthen us. It doesn't benefit us. It doesn't help us. We don't need to be selling players that desperately to get rid of somebody who's in sensational form and is already better than Ben Chilwell, defensively and offensively. I don't need that. Literally, like, just don't even include Cucurella's name in this shit. Because what's the point? Why would we get rid of him? It makes no sense. It could only be Chilwell. Doesn't suit Maresca. Hell, I even saw from Pies' private Twitter yesterday that apparently Maresca already wants to get rid of Chilwell. What was the tweet saying? Chelsea open to offers for Chilwell. Some internally see him as a leader. Not guaranteed to leave, but preference of Enzo Maresca. So if he's true, Enzo's literally watched like 2-3 training sessions and just said, nope. You ain't my left back. Sorry. Find another club. See if Leicester want you back or something. And also, by the way, Gallagher, whenever you come back, I give you free training sessions. Free training sessions before Matt Law also drops a tweet saying Gallagher's future is very uncertain. His minutes for next season, very uncertain. Give it at least 3 training sessions. But, yeah, find a club. Now we even got that Vega guy. He's probably going to be the depth for the left-back position now anyway. No one going to get Chile on those wages. Well, you shit, lower them then, or you ain't playing. Or you can be Conference League Chilwell. Actually, would you even be Conference League Chilwell, or are we giving those minutes to Vega, though? You give him those minutes to Vega. I'd rather shit in my hands and what than have that rat back. You know what? Fair enough. I can't even argue him down. Are you sure? He's got a lot of European experience. You sure? Yeah, Daniel, if we can't sell him, like, he's just going to end up wanting to leave in a year because of lack of game time. It's going to be one or the other. Only chance a cheap sale or loan with obligation. Well, it'll have to be a cheap sale anyway. Like, realistically, I don't think anybody's offering over 25 or maybe 30 if you're lucky for that guy. It would have to be a cheap one. Oh, why does this guy keep fucking spamming Desiree Dooling? We'll get to that in a fucking sec. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, Chilwell, I don't care. Find a club or send him to the development team. I don't give a shit. Big up, bro, anyway. Big up to Tommy Beats saying Daly sent more tweets less than an hour ago saying he has no expectations and it's just scaremongering going on about points deduction and transfer ban. Let me take a look at Daly's tweets today. Because the only person I've seen hinting at a transfer ban is Flame of Summit. I think that's how you say his name. You said it was in the last day or so. The Conference League will be more important than we think next season. Yeah, he's hinting at it too. I think our league position will be out of our control. Again, points deduction hint. Under a Premier League investigation, an investigation we reported, so it's going to end at some point, and we basically admitted an irregularity. But that should work in our favor. It's going to be either a fine, points deduction, both, or neither. What the? Man, get this shit out of my face. What is this? It's either going to be a fine, points deduction, both, or neither. Now, what in the Jacob Steinberg is this? Man, I can't be bothered. This is why I'm trying not to do the scaremongering shit. Because nobody really knows. Nobody knows. We're figuring it out. It could be a points deduction. It could be a transfer ban. It could be a relegation. We could get liquidated. We could all get offed. Can't be bothered. Shit like that just gives me a headache. Just the most vague bullshit. Is there anything else? Can't believe man said we could get this, we could get all of it, we could get none of it. Like, okay, cool. Either way, you're correct. Either way, you're correct. Was there anything else hinting at it, or hopefully not? But the verdict is getting closer. Okay, because we're getting closer to the verdict. Okay, that don't mean much. That don't mean anything. Look, if we get a points deduction, then yeah, cool. Then the Conference League is going to be a bit more important. But even then, it depends on the amount. If you're getting a 6-point deduction, look, just a bit more consistency, and it's not even that deep. A bit more consistency. And even then, we don't know the level that our squad's going to be at under Enzo. If we majorly improve, a 6 points deduction might not even be that deep. Now, if we're talking 12 points deduction, then fuck. But we don't know. So why am I going to just come on here and scare the shit out of all of you guys with bullshit? We don't know. It could be a fine, and apparently we've been saving money up in general just in case of a fine. So who knows? If it's a fat points deduction, we probably appeal it too. And you know what I've just done in the last 5 minutes? I've given you like 50 different scenarios because just like everyone else, I haven't got a fucking clue myself. Michael Goldings completes the permanent transfer to Leicester City. All the best in the future. Just not against us, but he's going to get his standard goal against us like every ex-player does. Was there anything else? I see Joey wants to... Yes, let's get into the Desiree Doue links because I saw Pies as well. I think reports that it's us and Tottenham linked for him, but it's just in a negotiation stage. Looks pretty physical for his age. Good dribbler. Can play left wing. Apparently can play attacking mid as well. Haven't seen much more from him other than that. I know he's meant to be a very big talent in France. Is he ready now to be our number one left winger? Fuck knows. But he does look pretty good on the ball. He does look like a good dribbler. He does seem pretty direct. Might be a talent. I can't really tell you much more than that. Omar B says, big up Lewis, big up my G. Appreciate the love, bro. I said, what do you mean saving money? They're multi-billionaires. Hardly some bent rule for that, is there? Well, in terms of saving money for a potential fine. No, I just heard a report about that. I don't remember how long ago it was, but I remember seeing a report last season about Chelsea like saving money with a potential fine on the way or something to do with the self-reporting. So that's why I brought that up. Maybe like that's got something to do with it. I don't know. I know next to nothing about this whole points deduction situation or whatever verdict we're going to get or whatever punishment. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm really trying to be as vague as possible on that because I don't want to be talking in absolutes with something that nobody knows the conclusion of. Some might want to do the scaremongering. They can do it. I'm not doing scaremongering unless I'm speaking with factual information. Until then, no. Because it could really and truly just be a fine and like, don't care. Conferencey just becomes conferencey again and it's nothing any more important. Yeah, it's all speculative. Like, we know something is coming. But for everyone talking about, yes, we're 100% getting a points deduction, you better be correct. You better be correct. Well, you're just out scaring the fan base for no reason. I haven't sent an apology to German fans. If I was a German fan, my only apology that I'd accept would be an international retirement. But fair play to the fucker. Right, I'm going to send the link out. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Hit that like button, subscribe, all of that shit. Super chat if you want to guarantee your comment gets read out. Let's see if anyone knows anything more about this potential points deduction. Are we getting relegated? We'll see. A points deduction would piss me off, though, if we start playing good football. Like, we finally start cooking, and now the Prem's just like, yoink, nope. You're not getting that. You're not getting that. Bear with me, guys. Just... Oh. Just saw in the Insta, guys, and then we are back on. Calm. Calm. All good. Yes, Joey. What are you saying, bro? You all good?
Big up, my dude.
Weekend.
I'm good. It's been good. It's been a good weekend. How about you?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
chill.
big up.
It's been really chill. All until we're hearing this potential like points deduction relegation scaremongering
Bro.
bullshit.
Don't listen to this shit, son. Don't listen to this shit. This shit is all, bro. It's all.
Like, where did it
bullshit.
start from? When did it start from?
I think it came from the Flame of Summit. I think that's his account's name. He's been speaking like it's an absolute, like it's going to happen.
Yeah, is it like something like, okay, we are gonna face reprimand?
It's
for
like
something,
literal points deductions coming next season, and we're
but we
talking
don't know
about
what
top
it is.
four.
It's all the way they're phrasing it that's making it sound like that. Yeah,
He doesn't know what it's gonna be, bro. He
How does
don't
he
know
anything more than
nothing.
anyone else?
Nobody. He don't know goddamn thing, son. He don't know a
Shit,
thing.
man,
He
really.
said it himself. He don't know a thing. He said it could be a points deduction. It could be a financial. It could be a transfer ban, or it could be all, or it could be nothing. So what does he know? He don't know a goddamn thing.
Nothing.
He don't know a goddamn thing. It's just all right. Back my favorite phrase, by the way, my new favorite phrase once again, Nathan, I have to bring up my new favorite
Hey,
phrase.
it's charge it.
I fucking called it.
Nope. It's
Oh.
English fans' favorite hobby is to create hysteria. That's their favorite hobby.
Yeah.
English fans' hobbies are to create hysteria. That's it. Like all you guys do, and it's something that have to do with the sun. That's a
Yeah,
whole
not enough
other
sun.
thing.
Not enough sunlight. Yeah.
Not enough sunlight in this. Not enough
Just don't want
sunlight.
peace.
Son.
I mean, I guess so.
Because
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
more
know
recently.
where we're speaking in absolutes from. And if people are, where are the absolutes coming from? Can make it very simple and just say, okay, I know this, I know this, I know this. And I can't lie, it's coming. At that point, like, whether you believe him or not, we could at least see something that you're bringing to the table. I'm just talking about if spots and maybes.
Why are you going too far? Talking about we're getting the.
I just
point
don't think
deduction?
you should talk about it, Lewis. Period. Just don't talk about it.
Why?
bro.
Why are
It's
you
not
going too
worth
far?
even bringing up.
Why you are going too far with this point deduction? You do
No,
realize it's a
no,
long
to be
case.
fair, I only brought it up because we got super chats on it. I wouldn't have even spoken about it before that.
That's
No,
fair.
what
but
does
it's
super
not
chat say
even
anyway in
worth
the
it.
first place?
Yeah. What's the first super chat say?
This was it. So apparently, like, saw Daily or Pie's tweet reply that we could be getting a points deduction. So I went and checked the daily tweets, and I brought up the Flame of Summit stuff from before, and then he brought up the daily tweets again. So we just double checked all of them, and
You do realize that it's a long case, right? It's a long case.
Yes.
It's gonna take at least what 2 years, roughly. 2 years. Maybe 2 or
I'm
3
hearing
years.
end of this year
Well,
because they're saying points deduction for this season.
I disagree. I think it'll take a while.
And here's the thing. It wouldn't make
Possible.
sense. It wouldn't make sense that it would be a points deduction under the since it's under the old regime. If anything, it's going to be more than financial deduction or a transfer ban. It's going to be one of those two situations. Like a points deduction, that's like attacking the new regime directly at the point of attack, and that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
for,
fuck
like,
the new owners, man.
Whatever. Whatever.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Whatever, dude. Fuck the new owners, okay? Like, what do you want me to say about it? Like, okay, fuck them. Like, if that's how you
Even
feel.
You've been saving that one up
like,
for a while, haven't you?
It'd be kind of punishing the new owners for what happened under the old ownership.
Yeah.
I think a financial, like a fine, would be the easiest way.
It would at
So,
least be like a slap on the wrist to make
Yeah.
it like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just my
Yeah, exactly.
opinion on it.
Nah, here, like, we'll see.
Can
where
we
it
go
gets
back
to.
to transfer links? Can we go back to transfer
Was
links?
there
It's
at the
transfer
Yeti links?
season.
Was that-
Yeah,
Talk
there's
about
Adiemi
that,
links,
we
but
could
not
talk
great
about
links.
all.
Yeah, all
Like,
well.
Like, it's
Why
from
do we
Rudy
need them?
Gilletti, but there's been reports for a couple of weeks that there's been English inquiries for him, so we might be that team.
I think it's
I heard
only
it was
12.
Arsenal.
I think it's.
I
only
heard it was
12.
Arsenal.
Negative.
Really?
Yeah, remember how Arsenal was being linked to a German player,
The German winger
The
specifically, wasn't it?
German winger.
a German winger?
They're
Yeah.
also
Oh
linked with
shit!
Didn't they also link with one of the players from the Premier League?
Plus, and
Who Dortmund fit
like
to?
Dortmund's trying to raise up enough funds to buy Sancho. That's what they're trying
Sancho,
to do.
yeah.
I'm hearing Dortmund needs more money to buy Gallagher though.
Gallagher.
Gallagher links to Dortmund. I didn't hear that.
How was Gallagher
Dortmund.
linked to Dortmund?
Oh, that links is way down for a while. You got that Gallagher links to Dortmund, Atletico Madrid, Aston Villa, and then eventually the dive down Spurs.
We've heard of all the others, but
Yeah,
Dortmund.
same.
Yeah, I don't remember Dortmund.
They're too poor for that.
Apparently they're trying to buy Gallagher for replacing Marco Reus, but they don't need him necessarily.
Not even the same player. That's a weird. That's a weird
Fator,
transfer.
you're
Probably
talking
never
out
been
your
so
ass,
insulted
dude.
in his life.
Fatura's talking right out of his ass.
Oh no,
right now.
there was one link. It was June 2023.
So last year.
Last year,
Yeah.
yeah.
There was links last year for him.
Hey, Christian, your
And that
mum's
was when-
welcome. How about that? Suck your mum.
That was when Eden
He's
Terzic
on
was still
one.
manager,
Sorry,
but-
you're on one today, son. What happened, bro?
Suck
You
your
all
mum's
right?
pussies, man. Fuck
Too much, probably too much drinks at the party yesterday.
Hello.
Just woke up.
I mean, I was the day. That's how I was the next day.
I was watching. What's it called? Brazil game. Oh my god.
Oh, that would piss anyone off.
My
Yeah,
bleeding
I don't
as
blame him.
Oh, is it that
yeah,
bad?
I mean,
It really
It was
was.
awful.
Yeah.
It
was
was
awful.
that bad.
They're out in it.
yeah.
It was that bad.
They got eliminated.
Rafinha stinking up the place. Hendrick stinking up the place.
Yeah.
And I swear I
Glad
saw
they-
something.
glad
Endrick
they
had
got-
one
Glad
pass.
they went
and that
out.
was from
I'm glad
kickoff.
they went out. Glad they went
Yeah.
out though.
Yeah, they didn't deserve to go through anyway. Uruguay
You-
were much
No,
better
they
team.
didn't deserve. They didn't deserve it. I said it at the end of my stream. They didn't deserve it, bro.
At least Ronaldinho got some vindication.
Yeah, he
Mhm.
did. Yeah.
On some more positive news, though, Al-Itthad might be saving us.
Good. Send
It
him
might be
there.
Good.
saving us from the reign of terror.
Good. Send him there.
Good. Mm-hmm.
If he wants to move, though, because I think he's still waiting on Real Madrid. There's a
Yeah.
whole situation with
He's moving though. He's moving though. Regardless, he's moving.
He's moving.
Who does he
I
think
think
he
Real
is?
Madrid want to keep.
I mean, Real Madrid. He does have a move to Real Madrid, Melon, to be the backup there. Like,
I wouldn't
he
be.
does
I
have
wouldn't,
that.
I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad if he moved to Real Madrid because Real Madrid. I'm hearing
He's
they
been on
want
loan
to
there.
get rid of Lunin apparently.
Mhm.
I don't
Okay.
think no one's gonna be mad if he goes to Real Madrid, bro.
I mean, I'm
We're
not gonna be mad.
celebrating that he's gone.
Yeah, the thing with Lunin is he wants to be number one or at least have more guarantees of more playing time, but Courtois obviously is their number one. But
No,
if he moves, then I'm sure Kepa may be considered as backup to Courtois, but I wouldn't put my hopes on that.
yeah, he
Yeah,
would be.
he
the
don't
backup
even mind
for
being the
Courtois.
backup. He just wants to stay at Madrid.
Mhm.
And that too, yeah.
Stole our
Easiest
whole
way for him to win
spot.
trophies in Spain. First choice.
I
or
would think in
second
the next
choice, bad
couple
World
weeks.
Cup game.
Next couple weeks, we'll know a little bit more on that one specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that all depends on Lunin, so that's a domino
Mhm.
effect.
it is.
Yep.
Could use him in the Diogo Costa deal if Porto wanted him. You got to take
piss off.
wages into account too.
Yeah,
that's the
I'm
thing.
so. I don't know why some people are not more people are not like scarred by this Diogo Costa situation.
Yeah, we discussed it, didn't we, Joey?
Apparently,
I don't know why
apparently,
people are not more scarred by it.
scarred.
We also.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
shorter than
Short
Keeper. He's
goalkeeper.
shorter than Kepa. He barely can. He doesn't claim crosses that well. Period. It's like.
Wait.
What are the two things we
Is
complained? Well, two
is
things we
Porto-
complained about Kepa for.
Porto in the Europa League, by the way?
I don't know. Yeah, they're not in Champions League. I guess
No, they're not.
someone said it in the chat.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, either way,
You
with
know what I'm
Porto,
saying?
capital and wages would be a problem.
Yeah, but the
I
way he
would-
pulled off them saves in that game against,
I don't. I
Slovenia and
just.
whatnot, it's not.
I have. Dane, it's just not lazy analysis, bro. They're keepers, bro. They're all based off of confidence. You think a short keeper in the Premier League is gonna just succeed just out of nowhere? You spend all this money on him, magnifying glass that big. We go back to back keepers at 70 million. Like, what are we like? He's a 75 million euro release clause. Isn't this some type of PTSD has to come up? Like a little bit. I'm not saying that it's, and I have to be totally, I'm not saying totally reject the idea of it, but isn't there some type of PTSD behind it? 70 million short keeper that can't claim crosses. Don't we have some type of PTSD behind it? Lazy analysis. Missed me with that, Danish. Get your stick out of your ass.
Edison's an inch taller. Yeah, Faz.
Okay,
See-
cool.
Yeah.
That he
Because
claims
I do
crosses a
think
lot
there is
better.
other aspects to it as well. Like, how good is your jumping? What's your positional awareness?
Agility,
saying?
all that stuff, yeah.
Your diving technique. There is some other aspects to it. Just can't even say that I'm too aware of all those.
Bro,
other
I was
aspects.
watching the France when we were watching the France Portugal game. Everyone was like, "Oh, Diego Costa's gonna come in another masterclass." Didn't save one. What did I say during that game? It's lucky for you to save those kind of go 3 in a row and get 3 back-to-back, there's a little bit of luck involved. His luck ran out after that. He had no luck in the France game. Barely guessed one right. Didn't save one. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I prefer a keeper that is taller. That's it. That's just my personal opinion. You guys want to kill me for it? Go for it. I prefer a taller keeper. We've had better luck that way.
This is a UK. Okay, it says it.
Yeah, this is UK time.
Whatever, Danish.
3 a.m. for Wrexham, cool. Suits my pattern. 20 July, 9 p.m. 12:30 a.m. Cool. Couple 12:30 a.m. kickoffs, decent. Wait, are any of these on Saturdays? I would like to keep my weekends. So, 25th of July, that's a Thursday. Shout out, Dag. 25th of
See,
July
it's
1st,
not even like if I would be mad if we got Diogo Costa, but like the way you guys are taking this shit in the chat is like you guys have no PTSD whatsoever about a short keeper. Like you guys just have zero PTSD about it.
Therapy.
Like they must have gone to therapy, bro. Like I need more therapy for Kepa. Like I'm still scarred from these Kepa disasters.
I mean, of course, for the money, the release clause obviously somewhat would scare a few people because that money would be taken away from another signing that we need as well. But I'm not necessarily going to jump on the train and say he's not going to be good for us. I think Kepa's just an anomaly in a bad way. He's just a
Kyle,
shit
he's
keeper.
shorter than Kepa. He's shorter than Kepa.
But his arms are longer now, surely.
Oh, Kepa was just a rush transfer because Courtois was going AWOL.
Yeah.
Can't act like there was any actual data behind that.
And we overpaid for him. That's the thing.
We overpaid.
We did.
Yeah. That's what really colors. I feel
him.
like that's what colors our perception of the transfer there is just how much we paid. You know, he's an okay keeper. And in fact, the funny thing
Danish,
is
see how pissed you got. See how pissed people get once we start hating on their transfers.
But here's the thing: how do we know?
Once I say something about Diogo Costa, people go nuts. Oh, it's Diogo Costa. What are we saying here? Like,
hang on a second. What's this
Keep
excuses whole thing, right? Like we signed KDH but didn't need him. How do we know we didn't need him? The type of profile that KDH is compared to the players we got. We'd like to believe the data analysis was we needed a player in the mold of KDH. How is that an excuse? I'd actually like to know that.
It just... Yeah, you don't need to suck my dick, but I'm not saying where's the fucking... Yeah. You don't need to fucking suck my dick, but where's the fucking PTSD, Danish? Where's your PTSD from having a short keeper?
Hey, Maldini, do you want a link at this point?
Yeah, bro. He wants to talk all this talk. He's talking in the chat like he got it out of Danish debut,
so fuck it.
But that's subjective, Danish. Yeah, we know Palmer can play there, but we haven't necessarily seen that
It's
Palmer
not
is
just
going to be playing there. That's the thing. Maybe Palmer should stay out wide. We don't know.
Why has nobody else gone for Diogo Costa at 75 million?
It's way too much money for anyone to.
It's probably because the money.
Why is nobody else gone for him? 3 years he's had this contract. He's been on the market for this long. Why has nobody gone for him, Danish? Huh? Tell me, answer the question. Answer the question. Why has nobody gone for this guy? No, go to Capology. Go to Capology. It's 75 million. Go to Capology. 75 million. You know what I'm saying? But what? Even so, even if he's 6'6", why has nobody gone for him? At this point, he's been on the market for 3 years at the same price. Why has no one gone for him? Give me an answer. Nobody ever wants to actually put that into perspective. But nobody's gone for this guy for 3 fucking plus years. Big teams have needed keepers across the country. Tell me across the entire world. Why has nobody gone for him?
But Joey, I don't think that necessarily precludes. Yeah, just because nobody else went in.
There's something about it though, Dag. There's something about it.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. The price. I don't know what it is. That's my whole point. There's a fear behind going for a player like that at that price for that type of style of player at going in for him. It's at that number. It's not.
It's a
It
little
doesn't make
excessive.
sense.
How many years on his
You think
contract
it's the
does he
case
have?
because it's 70 up top now?
That's what I mean. The release clause in theory got to be paid up all up front. So of course that would be annoying for like most clubs to consider paying that all up front with their transfer budgets and whatnot, which is probably more I think about probably the most likely excuse I would say for other clubs not going for him. But there's other reasons. We don't know. They just don't like shopping in Portugal compared to other clubs. They look at his profile and go, you know what, for our team,
that's
we
not
don't think he
true.
plays that
We've
football,
seen
but-
that. That's not true, Nathan. They know people. People love to shop in Portugal. That's bullshit. People love to shop in Portugal.
Oh well,
Like-
we know what it's like to buy from Benfica and all that.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
We know what it's
That's
like.
what I'm saying. What is it? What are we doing
that's
then?
true. That's true.
What are we doing?
And I'm
then?
talking about that in a
We're
negative way
hyping
because they
this
rip us
guy.
off. Like, so.
We're hyping this guy up to the oblivion. But for 3 years, he's had the same number price on his head, and not a single person in Europe has gone for him. They could have gotten Real Madrid could have went and got him last year. Courtois was injured the entire year last year. PSG has needed to keep her multiple times. Like
That's Donnarumma though.
Yeah,
who's
they have
going to
Donnarumma.
spend the money though?
Yeah,
Who's
Madrid aren't going to
spend the
spend that money for someone who'd be a number
Exactly.
two.
Who's going to
No,
spend the
no
money?
chance.
Rudy Giletti reported Man City interest. That was from May 29th.
And man,
June
you were
last
linked with
year,
them,
United.
and they went with Onana. It's always the price, the number. You know what I'm saying?
No, that was
Like,
this year. That was
Yeah.
City this year,
Yeah,
United
but
last year.
when
My
you're dealing
bad,
with
my bad.
Portuguese clubs, it's always going to be like that.
100%. I
Not
think. I
for a
think.
league
I think
board, it's
part.
always going to be like that.
I think
it's
part
one of
of
those.
the, like, you know, when you're dealing with Benfica, Sporting, these teams, right? They're used to negotiating with English clubs, and they're not. You know, there's no
They're not gonna
discount
budge.
available.
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
not
Because
gonna
they know that we
always
got the
have
money.
more
That's the
money.
thing. They know we got the money. That's why they know they'll get the most
and
money
as
from
they,
us.
I mean, as they should. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
gonna look out for their. And I just looked at his contract. It's 2027, so he has 3 years on his contract, right? So if they were looking to
PTSD
sell,
is what
I'm
made
sorry?
me my PTSD Danish. I'm sorry to interrupt.
no worries. Just he has 3 years left on his contract, right? Like when he starts getting in that 18-month mark, then you know realistically they should start conceding on whatever the release price is. You know, maybe they might agree to 50 up front, 20 in add-ons, right? Or however, but the thing is, I just feel there's so many keepers, right? There's the guy out of Sevilla or Valencia that plays for the Georgian national team. He's a great keeper. You know, I'm not sure I agree with tying up a big chunk of our transfer budget on a guy that, you know, realistically may not improve us that much.
I don't know. He may,
but
Yeah.
You know, he may, but you're looking at the majority of the other options that are out there are half the price is the realistic term of it. The other options that are out there are half the number in the end. Like I every single time I look at, I watched him at the Euro. I watched every single Portugal game at the Euros this year.
Okay.
And it scared the shit out of me the way that he was going for corners, like up in the air, like trying to punch at the ball, and just he's closer at punching at people's heads than he's getting to the ball.
He's desperate.
Like that's the type of shit that gave me PTSD, bro. Watching that dude over the Euros, I was just like, looks like Kepa to me. Like I need somebody to go get that cross. Like that. That's just a fact. Like I know you need someone to go get that corner that's coming in. Like that's a fact.
Yeah.
Like I don't need someone sitting back waiting for it or being late or not being able to reach it. Like,
do you think that's something that a set piece coach could improve on though? Because I had those worries with Kepa, especially in 1920. He didn't claim a single cross the entire season. But I remember we brought in Tuchel, and I think Anthony Barry was a set piece coach or someone else at that time.
He was a
new.
defensive coach, not a set piece coach, respectfully. He's a defensive
a what?
coach. Anthony Barry was a defensive coach, not a set piece.
Okay, but I think we brought a set piece coach as well on top of that. But I don't remember having issues with Kepa claiming crosses after that season. I think 2021 or 21-22, he actually wasn't that bad for us in that.
That's not Danish. That's
So
not
maybe a
good
second
in.
coach might help.
That's not good in Portugal, bro. 67th percentile is not good in Portugal. That is not good. Like you being in Portugal, where the hype is not going to be equivalent to what you're dealing with, and it's not equivalent, bro.
To answer your question, though, Lewis, I think, like in everything in life, you could work on that for sure. If we have somebody
Everything
in
you
place,
can work on.
I know, but if you have somebody in place, even I remember like you said with Kepa, there was a period of time where he actually like got a pair of balls and would leave his line. He
attempted to anyway.
Yeah, it's something it specifically needs to work. You need to work with them on, but you can't teach certain things. You can't teach aggressiveness. You can't teach height, other things like that, right? So, we've had, I would think, I don't know what we're gonna do with Petrovic. I would like to see him be given a chance. I think Sanchez, he reminds me of Caballero. He's exactly the same type of keeper, right?
Big up,
big up, Jester. So yeah, that's it. I don't have much more to add about that. And I also think we should give Kepa another chance. Because he's gonna fit. He's gonna fit the style of play.
You're doing so well.
I know.
You were cooking for a second, and then
I know. But realistically speaking, we can't sell him. We're not gonna loan him.
What are you talking about? We can't
Everyone
sell
can
him.
be sold.
What are you
Everyone
talking
can be
about? We
sold.
can't sell him.
We've tried for so many windows.
What do you? I know, but this is different.
Are literally saying they will save us.
We just came before we brought this entire conversation.
Oh, you didn't see the Al-Itthad news.
Yeah,
before you came in. Yeah, before you came in, bro. What ended up coming up was Saudi is in for Kepa right now.
Sign the thing. Sign the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was under the impression like we couldn't sell this nigga forever.
And Madrid still want him, bro, and he's on 1 year left. So regardless, he's gone. Like that part of it's gone.
Okay.
Like that part we can move on from. Like that's the first part is we can move on. No, it's all right. I want to make sure
you can scratch that. You can. I wasn't. You can scratch that. Yeah.
You see, it depends on Lewin as well. If Lewin wants to leave, that means Kepa gonna go Real Madrid then.
Yeah,
and that's why he's still like waiting on.
That's why it's not done yet.
Time.
Interesting.
Yeah,
they'll need a couple weeks to figure out what's happening with Lewin. Figure out that he's not going to have a position at Chelsea, and then either pick Saudi or Madrid. It's one or the other.
Yeah, if he moves to Al-Itthad, like you got Kante and then Benzema in there, it'll be fine. And Fabinho as well.
Rip. Poor Kante, though.
Yeah.
I just got away from you. Why are you back? Why are you back?
Nah, Kante's probably like the nicest person ever. He like doesn't.
Yeah, he won't say it to his face. He'll go home and start smashing shit. I wanted to win the fucking Saudi league.
Didn't they win the Saudi league?
It depends. If he wants more money, then he's going to Saudi.
I don't know. I have no idea. That's why I'm asking the question.
Oh, one sec.
The thing is, I'm surprised Kepa would want to go to Saudi. He strikes me as a European boy. I'm not
fucking
gonna lie.
hell, yeah, they did. He's got his title.
That's what I was gonna say.
He's only 29 as well.
Kepa, take him.
Yeah, he's still a good age. Goalkeepers, if they're that good, they can play to the mid-30s.
Bro, you know what?
Kante already won the league.
Yeah, you guarantee you guarantee a lot of money in Saudi.
I know, but even you look at the players that move there, a lot of them are Muslim, right?
Yeah.
So for them, it's not that
yeah.
big. You look at Koulibaly, you look at Kante, you look at.
Yeah, that
No,
doesn't
it's not
mean that somebody wouldn't go there though.
I know, but if you are somebody that's like secular, right, it's gonna be a big lifestyle change, right? So he strikes me specifically. Kepa strikes me as a nigga that loves Madrid, Spain. You get what I'm saying? Like he doesn't want to leave.
Yeah, I'm sure if he has the opportunity to go back to Madrid, he's going to take that opportunity. But
yeah,
I'm sure that all relies on where Lewin ends up deciding to do. So regardless, in this scenario, we're kind of in this shit. I hope Kepa goes to Saudi, and then they go and take Sanchez as their backup keeper. Then they come in, loan Sanchez in as a backup keeper for Courtois. And then we're good to go buy a good keeper. We're actually good to actually go buy a keeper then.
I think
that would be the perfect scenario.
I think if he goes back to Spain, like okay, like he's home. He's not that far from his hometown, so
Yeah.
Saudi is like if you want more bread because you can go to Dubai for holiday. Like the weather's nice over there, much nicer.
Are you joking? He said the
What is it?
What is Saudi?
Yeah.
All day, bro. Like
Damn.
No,
if it's like
Fator, they're taking a piss, bro. They're taking a piss, bro. They're both taking a piss on you, son. I'm here.
Bro, I've been to Saudi weather, man. I fucking hell, bro. I have to deal with 28 degrees over there. Like,
That sounds sensational, man.
Leave a minute.
Yeah, I'm sure fuck with that weather heavy, man. Defo. But speaking
Well,
on the
50
goalkeeper front, I do want to gauge everybody's thoughts on Robert Sanchez being our number one next season.
I'm happy
And I
with
want
it.
to give him a second chance.
Yeah, I do.
Second season, redemption arc.
I've
Yeah.
seen
It's
enough.
It's not out of option. It's not out of option. Let's say if when the preseason comes, then he doesn't perform. It's not out of option that we might get another backup. But we'll see. We'll see.
I think I've seen enough to kind of assess Sanchez in between now and Brighton too, right? He's got more balls than somebody like a Kepa or like an Onana, but he's fucking erratic, man. He just comes out and he's just trying to hit the ball, not knowing he's gonna hit the ball. So he's gonna lose us some points. You know, that Arsenal game, he lost us 3 points there. Right? You look at other games, right? I'm sure
2 points.
2 points. I'm sorry, yeah, we drew. But whatchamacallit, like I'm looking at other games throughout the season. I'll try to keep it brief, but I'll look at other games throughout the season. I'm sure if I look back at it again, he probably gave up other points, right? With pure distribution, where he's just kicking it. And he's just not a good keeper. And if we keep him, we're gonna lose points. I would rather Petrovic start. Right. Regardless of how limited his ball playing is. But that's just my opinion.
I feel I'm a bit worried that we might end up. Well, I say a bit worried. Like maybe even Petrovic's ball playing ability improves because he's a young goalkeeper himself.
Yeah.
In terms of Robert Sanchez, like I really want to believe that there's a redemption arc, but I just can't shake the fact that I'm just sniffing copium, and I want it to work more than it might actually work. Or even talk about it is like I'm just hoping the structure is the main reason, and it is just hefty potch tax, but. Didn't impress me a lot. Like at the start of last season, his shot stopping was good. He was claiming cross as well, but then even that started to disappear.
Reach, but yeah, that started to disappear. His playing out the box was very, very poor. That cost us a few points.
He's small.
He's slow. He's not good. If you go from the back, he's not good.
I guess the club are using him to move forward. I guess what can we do? This is it, innit? I think there's a redemption.
The fuck was that?
I thought I had the background noise. Who is that?
It's you.
The fuck was that?
That is not me. There is no more background.
That was me.
Okay.
No worries, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sanchez, I don't know. It can go. It's better than Kepa, in my opinion. Anything's better than Kepa. But yeah, it can go worse. It can go better. I don't know.
Bro, I feel like he's it's cheaper to keeper type of situation, right? I feel like he's just like a holdover guy. He should never really be our main man. But if he's still a starter, like the next season, we got problems because he's just like, you know, we're waiting for the next chick, you know.
Yeah, is this not our starter going into the next season? Robert Sanchez?
No, I know
Unless
he is.
But a bad preseason, he's going to be our number one.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it's a stop-start. Maybe, you know, based on performances going into 24, 25, the keeper market might be something we look to 25, 26. But hey, yeah, man. If they decide to keep him, yeah, let's go, man.
No, if
see
they
what
decide to keep him, you live or die by that decision. Positively
Yeah,
or
that's
negative. If it costs us top 4, if it costs us a trophy, they all gotta hold it.
Yeah,
No,
that's true.
100%.
That's true.
They'll answer to their critics, but I mean, yeah.
Because like the only reason why I'm not really flipping shit is because I've said a lot of times I give players first season.
Oh,
But
million.
I don't know with this one. I don't know. Like
No,
Maresca, cool. It might just be structure.
I don't think it's as bad. Yeah, I don't think it's the worst case scenario. Yeah, the worst case scenario will have Kepa coming back to our ranks and being our number one. That will be dark. So it could be worse.
Yeah, that is, worst case scenario is just Kepa versus Sanchez. I just think there's no way.
That will be dark.
Nah, Kepa's out, bro. Kepa's out. It's Petrovic in the end. It's Petrovic.
Yeah, I mean,
and
yeah.
Petrovic step up.
Yeah, or
But
maybe Petrovic.
here's the
goes
thing:
in
is
well.
I just don't know. I don't know. I would like to like if they're gonna at least give him a chance. I'd at least like to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that we all know what is coming. In my opinion, I know as well. I'd at least like to see it though, because like we've been giving a lot of people this Podge tax, and we're just not giving it to him.
Yeah, that's why I can't even argue it down. It's like maybe it is the structure, but maybe I'm thinking copium.
He did miss a little bit. Petrovic stepped up. You could argue took his crown. I think there is a structure in place for him to be the number one. That don't change. So yeah, see how it goes, man.
Yeah.
My thing is at least like if things go to plan, we should dominate possession and by that have a lot less shots on our goal, which should help us like in terms of conceding less goals and also mean that Sanchez has a lot less to deal with. So maybe that helps him.
I wonder where we were in shots conceded this year. I really wonder where we were in shots conceded this year.
Let me check. Big up, Alex.
Big up, Alex.
Alex is a fraud.
Big up, Alex.
Oh,
Big up,
respawned.
Alex.
Big up, bro.
Big up, Alex.
What's going on, peeps?
All good, all good. Let me see if I can find this shots conceded stats.
Because I feel like we're probably bottom half in my opinion.
What was Chloe and Fatur doing at the barbecue?
Not sure.
Is that the first thing you come here and ask that question?
Oh,
Wallahi billahi ta'ala.
What barbecue?
What? My first question. That's not a question. I first said, "What's up, people?"
Yeah,
Big up, Chester.
He did say that.
He did. Say
You ain't
that.
lying.
Well, you're not
So Fatur, that's what you said. Alex is a fraud. That's what you first said to me. And now I'm asking, why is this?
Chelsea had the 9th most faced in 2024. That's the best.
So yeah, we were bottom half in shots conceded. I was right.
Yeah, that's second half of the season. So I'd assume first half of the season was more, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost if you stop chances being created against your goal, you have less goals you give up. It's almost
That's
like
the whole idea.
Yeah.
That's the whole idea that we're talking about right now. Is
the keeper
fact
has
that we're
very
not
little
getting
to do with that dynamic.
I'm here to actually say a joke. You know that you on the watch, like when you do a watch along of the game, like English game, you know that it's a YouTube content party, because everybody with the phone taking this videos of the PKs on TV and nobody watching fucking PK.
Yep.
Yeah, that shit was funny. That shit was funny.
Everybody Everybody was taking a video of the TV that the game was on TV instead. It's like you
everyone
cannot...
was trying to catch which rival player would miss the pen.
Oh my word! It's like it's a party. I saw a woman. Talk to her. You might gonna get lucky.
I was I was the only black person in the whole beer garden full of like 50, 60 people, bro. I was just hoping no black
You love to see it, yeah.
Oh my god. See when Saka scored that equalizer, brother, yeah? Oh my god.
You were the only black jelly bean in a sea of white jelly beans, huh?
I'm telling you, my brother, it was absolutely mental.
Bro, Saeed and Nurden were like, please, no black player miss a penalty.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Well, that means nobody could have missed.
Yeah, he put everybody on there was black.
It was just hilarious.
That's
Everybody
what
was
he just
pointing their phones towards the TV on that video that somebody posted. It was hilarious. It was like, this is the new generation of like
You should
this
see
is
Stamford
YouTube
Bridge when there's a
party.
penalty.
Yeah. Let's not experience it in real life.
well.
Watch it through our phones.
Stamford
That's
Bridge
how
when
we-
it's a penalty is like there's 42,000 vloggers in the ground.
Oh my word! It was just
No,
funny.
I had to
watch
tell
this.
people, hey, go Google Cole Palmer's parents.
he set the pace. Cole Palmer
And
set the
everybody's like,
pace
huh?
for
What?
everybody.
We playing?
After Cole Palmer took that penalty, everybody felt relaxed. He
Yep.
set the pace for everybody's moves after that.
Well, it's kind
I
of
know I
funny.
did. I didn't want Palmer to be the one that missed.
But the funny part is, you know that
I was not concerned.
the funny part is the most pressure usually on the one that first or the last.
Yeah.
Well, you saw Mario.
And I'm saying the guy has cojones on
The
him.
first,
Go
the first
first.
is the
Yeah,
hardest.
yeah,
in my
first one
eyes.
set the tone of the penalty shootout. Yeah.
My Arsenal friend phoned me and said, yo, your boy Cole Palmer, that guy got fucking balls, bro. I thought he was just a fluke this season. The guy got fucking cojones, bro. The guy got
Yep,
fucking
yes.
bro.
Bro, he's actually one of the realest niggas on our
It
team.
doesn't phase him. I don't think it phases
Yeah.
him. I don't think anything phases him. Like
Mhm.
this whole, like I don't think it phases him. He's that real, bro.
I think he's inviting that kind of pressure actually.
Bro, he likes it. He likes
Yeah,
it. I love
exactly.
it. Yeah.
If Chilwell goes this summer, Palmer needs
I
to
don't
be
know.
our vice captain. Palmer should be the vice captain on this.
Why though?
Who
I don't
should
think
be
he has
a
the leadership qualities.
captain? If who should be a
Because
oh
he's got balls. We just
I
thought
no,
don't-
I'm saying
I-
who is the first captain? I
Well,
forgot
Reece
James.
James. Reece James. is-
Bro,
he don't take the
listen. With Reece James, if he's up to any fucking foolishness this year, bro, that red card, I will remember that shit.
captain.
I'll remember that shit.
Bro, who cares, bro? Shut
No,
up. Who
I
cares?
care. Who are you talking
Shut
to
the
me?
I
fuck
do.
up. Yeah, who cares, bro?
Are you
Nah.
joking?
I
bro?
do care.
John Terry had red card after red card after red card.
No, John Terry didn't have a red card
Oh,
after red
shut
card
up.
after red
What are you
card.
Listen,
talking
bro,
about? He did it
no.
at the
In
Yeah, it's not
he
true.
did it
In
at the
respect
most
for that-
important
in
game that we
respect
And
had.
he was disgraced also.
Hold on
Yeah.
a second. What
He
are
was.
we watching
That
about?
doesn't justify.
What
That
are we
just
watching
does not
about?
justify.
Listen,
Hold the
Joey,
red card
people-
over anybody,
people-
bro.
people
That's
are
bullshit.
looking-
Listen,
Hold
in
your
respect
horses.
for
I'm not
that-
holding no
Hold
red
your
card
horses.
after bullshit.
In respect for
Hold
that red
your
card, yeah,
horses.
bro
What did
just
John
came
Terry
back from
do?
an injury, bro. You feel me? What do you mean? What did John Terry do?
John Terry,
No,
even though like he's not a good
Did
man
John
for
Terry do?
some people, but he never gets sent off. Allow it.
Bro, you look at
Okay.
John Terry's fouls, right? He's a fucking defender. Some of these tackles he's got no option but to put in.
Okay,
You
bro.
look at
All
Reece
I'm
James,
saying is
right?
I'm not
Joey,
holding
listen,
red
Joey,
cards
listen.
against
But
anybody.
you don't
Joey,
have to be
listen,
upset.
listen,
We can.
Joey, listen, I can tell
Well, if it
that,
doesn't
like,
affect you,
John
Joe,
Terry
don't get
was 8 times
affected by it.
He was sent
Listen,
off.
El-
It's not just
Joey.
me that thinks it's
No,
red.
El-
That's it.
no,
It doesn't matter if it's not you. Is he missing the first couple of games of the Premier League?
That's
El-
fine.
Yeah,
That's
but
good
it's
stuff. I'm not
over-
worried about it.
over
It
You
is
see that
what it
red
is.
card, yeah?
I'm not
But it's over
holding
some
it over
petulant
anybody.
shit.
Exactly, especially the fact that bro came up from a serious injury. Listen, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Yo,
I'll
bro
give him
came
the
in
benefit
hard
of
on
the
it, and he lashed out on it. If that was me, I'll probably do the same. It is what it is.
No,
That's
bro.
what I'm
I'll
saying,
give him.
bro.
I'll give him the
That does not-
benefit of the doubt,
does not-
given that he's already our captain, right? And that's why he has. the
I'm
wristband
criticizing the both same
What about
same
his
thing.
talent? His talent
Why you
alone
wearing
should be
Arsenal
respected.
jersey over here?
Bro,
Big
They
time.
don't-
his
Get that
temperament.
slug out.
His temperament is
Why
not
is
there.
he wearing
gets-
Arsenal
gets-
jersey?
He gets pissed off. Reece James gets pissed off, and that red card was petulant shit.
Is that an
If you're
Arsenal jersey?
taking-
He just came back from an
No,
injury.
no.
No,
it's
Zaya.
fucking
Zaya.
Chill. Listen.
You need to
The
understand.
reason
you
he
need
got
to
that
understand.
red card is because he got mad. I can excuse
Yeah.
getting a red card in
Yeah.
the full of a game, but I can't excuse getting a red
By the
card
way,
because you lost your head.
I
What if
brought
Period.
his attitude before. It's not his
No,
first
I'm
time when his attitude is actually gotten in the way.
Exactly.
The guy
bro.
has-
You look
Yeah,
at
but
the guy
you know
has
what?
like
control
the
his
thing.
fucking head.
Yeah.
Okay, but guess what? Guess what? At the same time, we praise that type of attitude.
Got to be that guy. He's got to be that guy.
At the same time, you guys praise that kind of attitude on the pitch when it doesn't lead into cards and all this other type of shit. Like that, it's not about the accountability. Like the accountability is him missing the games. I'm not gonna hold it over him like it's some like oh, you got that red card.
No.
I don't even hold it on.
I can tell. I can. The reason why we praise him. No, the reason why we praise players like what you're saying that we want that attitude. The reason why we praise him. It's actually in the moment of the game and at the matter of the game. That thing, what he did, it was irrelevant. It was irrelevant to anything.
When you have shithousery,
and I don't want a captain that
when you have shithousery, there's sometimes that's part of the game when you have a shithhouse. It's part of it.
That game wasn't. That game, that specific moment.
I get it, though.
Okay,
I get it.
I'm going to go over arguing about
I get it.
He's had other red cards that are similar.
I was on. You said like JT. I don't care, no, but you don't hold it. We still want to say whatever we want to say.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Listen,
that game was irrelevant. That moment was not even that bad for him to lose his head. And he's going to miss the game. That's it.
That's true.
You're a wacker. You're a wacker.
Fuck you,
You're a
bro.
wacker.
What's going on here, bro?
Fuck your mom, Ziad. Fuck your mom.
Oh, suck your mom, bro. What's this behavior, bro?
Oh my god, again. Fucking
yeah.
Great.
Baby, running around Ziad.
He'll be back.
Running around Ziad. Where the Willie hang it up?
Huh?
Chill, see. Chill, see.
There's a what?
Up the chills.
Stop this haram stuff out there, man.
There's an echo somewhere.
Bro, what?
You know that we be running around Tottenham.
Yeah, no.
You know, that's crazy.
Yeah, that one didn't work.
Don't need to finish.
That one didn't work. That one didn't work.
Yeah, don't work, man.
What JT did to Sanchez against Barcelona semi-final was the stupidest thing. And he got every hate he deserved. He deserved every hate he got for that.
Yeah.
No, JT got blamed for everything when he did it.
He is so lucky we won that UCL.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anything.
That's why I'm like, listen, I'm
People's
not.
like,
no,
JT,
right?
nobody was on him.
He's a good player.
No, part of it's in my opinion, the way that that one happened is
to be fair,
someone put JT has more red cards than anybody on our team in our career, like history.
It's not about the red card, Joey.
Let me finish, bro. I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. I already know that. Like the way that you believe on this, the way that you guys, but with the way that I have always taken football, because like on the pitch, it's just you have to deal with the circumstances. Like that's just it's just what it is. That's part of football. You have to deal with the circumstances in the end. Like that. Like do I agree with what he did? I'm not saying that I agree. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm not gonna hold it over a player's head that he had a red card. It's just something
it's not about the red card. There's the moment in the game, Joe.
And it's not holding
specific
it over
game.
his head.
If it would have happened the game against Tottenham and there was a scrap going on, yes, I will praise James for that. That game was irrelevant. As a matter of fact, that moment of the game even was irrelevant.
Irrelevant. That's
irrelevant. It was not even that deep.
But
the guy just came back from an injury and he felt the guy went in hard on him.
Yes.
Oh, are you volunteering for 24-hour ban again?
No. I'm just giving context.
That's the context.
There is some context to it, right?
Is that 24 hours again?
He lashed out because of something.
Maybe I've just come back from injury. A brother just coming in hard on me, and that's good.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Pause.
No, Diddy.
But what if What if
Yo,
that's
this
what it
Paul
was
shit is getting
you
over
know?
hand, man.
And how
Allow
it
it.
is. It's
Pause.
always
Yeah.
out of action.
Yeah,
Don't
the
think
people
it's
that
been
never
always-
hold it.
Oh,
His
Ziad,
thinking
wait,
always out of
you
action.
get your season
He
ticket.
doesn't want to. He doesn't want to take no chances. I understand though. Yeah.
So go on,
everyone
Ibs.
going on about? What's everyone
I'm
going on
saying that
about in here?
maybe I'm just saying maybe
Reece
just
James.
not
Big up,
at the
man.
moment. It's not a situation
Big
where
up,
it's
Matt.
a big situation.
Wait, let Ibs go. Let
You
Ibs
all
go.
right?
Yeah,
Go on.
let
How
him
you
finish,
doing,
man.
Matty?
What the fuck?
I'm
Can you
good.
not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
man.
Ibs. Go on, say that
Talking
again.
Who, me?
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
for
asking
fuck's
you how
sake,
you
Alex, man.
doing,
Look
Matt.
what you did, man.
Yeah, no, I'm good, mate. You?
Oh,
Okay,
for fuck's
good,
sake,
good.
man. I mute them this, bro. What is this, bro?
Guys, Ibs, go on, finish your point, bro.
Oh, you scared them away now, man.
No, he's lost his point now, for fuck's sakes. Oh, well, mission failed. We'll get him next
Yeah,
time.
this is your fault, Ziad. This
Where
is
did
your
you watch
fault.
the game yesterday, Lewis?
I was at the Never a Foul barbecue.
Oh, was there
Little
a scrap
drink
there?
up.
Yo, fake
No,
mafia.
no,
Go
sadly.
learn cricket because that's your sport.
No scrap.
Was it any
Fake
good?
mafia. Who's that fake
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a good night. The beef was squashed at least.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Hey,
Everyone's
that's
praising.
that was a fake beef. That's like there's a vegan beef. You know, one of the special section in the produce.
Plant
You know
based
what?
beef.
Like
You know what?
tastes
Though?
like meat, but it's not
Yeah.
meat.
Yeah, that
Hey,
bake,
that's
the barbecue
proper cow
veggie
meat
burger
house
is well
sounds
nice.
like the cow meat, not the vegan.
The only beef I saw is fatur.
What did I do?
Nothing. You look like a chunk of beef.
To be fair, I ate a lot of wings and a burger yesterday.
Why can't we just talk about football, bro? Ever.
I don't know because Matt Dove's asking a question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because
Alright.
this is your first time on Lewis, Joe.
I know, but it's not my first time, bro. I'm just trying to keep the conversation on football. That's all.
No, I hear it. We were trying to
Yeah.
talk about Kepa for a little sec, but I think what's his name?
I don't
Ibs
have a
lost his
conversation
point on how
about
he
this
was-
Sancho or like there's nothing to say about it.
We shouldn't be talking about Kepa. He's way out of reach.
Exactly. I think he's way off his own
Fuck's
reach.
sake.
The guy
Yeah.
can't reach himself. If it's itches in the back, he can't reach it.
No,
How are we
wouldn't-
feeling about talks for Omorodion still going
Is that
on?
Badiashili's brother?
Yes,
This
it is.
guy, son.
Yo, look at the
This
big
guy.
ass forehead, man. Wow, what the fuck? Why we collect him or something?
God damn,
Lewis,
Alex.
Lewis, do you reckon we
God damn,
beat
bro.
Holland? Do you reckon we beat
What?
Holland?
Say that again?
Do you reckon we beat Holland?
No. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, beat Holland.
I
lose
think
to
you'll
Holland.
beat Holland
It's coming
because
home.
Holland
It's
plays.
coming home, mate. It's coming home. It's coming home.
What home? Indonesia?
No,
What home then?
red light district. How about that?
Red light. Oh, so it's going to Holland.
So it's going Holland.
Holland.
Well, the red light district of the London, innit? The ones in Shoreditch.
Oh
Man.
my
Oh
god!
my
Like, what a
God.
cringy. Yo,
How you try to say it's coming home and you name an area in Holland?
when he said red district, you should have that Pornhub.
Nah, I can't. It's not even worth it. For
If
that
they
one,
get
bro.
this guy, Lewis, I give up on this entire project.
Yeah, I'll be
Who
real.
is he, though? Where's he
40
from?
million got rejected.
Atletico
Atletico
Madrid.
Madrid.
Oh, he's
That
a striker. I remember.
Yeah, he's striker. Yeah.
40 million we got rejected for him. They want 80 million euros and we're still in talks. And I don't get why. I don't get it.
Well, there's a theory, of course. Like potentially, we're trying to make Napoli like force their hand to lower the price of Osimhen by doing this, showing we're interested in other strikers. But
Yeah,
But
we
I
have other
don't get
options.
that.
I think everybody
don't
knows
you
that
get
Chelsea
that?
has options.
it's a
I don't
classic sales
think-
tactic, isn't it? Though, like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
to show like that we're not. If
Do
we're
you
not
think
if you don't
that-
lower your price,
yeah.
we'll just move on to someone else.
Those sales
Yeah.
tactics are not only being taught by the people that sell, they also taught to the people that buys.
That's true.
So they all know the same tactics. They all go to the same schools, sales schools, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When-
The whole thing here is that like Napoli's holding out for a certain amount of money. This team's holding out for a certain amount of money for this player. Like every single link that we go to seems to be where they're holding out for a certain amount of money. But like players,
but let him go.
Any of these teams need to sell is the question. Atletico, do they need to sell this guy?
I don't think Atletico needs to sell.
No is the answer. They don't need to sell this guy. Does Napoli need to sell Victor? Well, they have a gentleman's agreement to sell him, and they want to get Lukaku, so pretty much, yeah. Right? Pretty much.
I think they got the manager that wants him gone too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, and it does, and for me, bro, it doesn't even have to be Victor that we go by. I just want a different profile to Nicholas Jackson. Like that's all I've been saying. If it's Ivan Toney, if it's Vlahovic, if it's Duran, I just want a different
Jackson. He plays the work like Jackson. Drops
this guy.
Carries the
this
ball.
Guy?
Yes.
No, he's the other way around.
So why you don't want him then?
Why I don't want this guy? Because his finishing is awful.
Oh, okay.
Plus he's like 80 million euros. That's how much they want.
Yeah, it's going to cost us a fair chunk of change as well.
How old is he?
That's right.
21, 22. He had a loan season at Granada, I think.
And how he did do then?
For Alaves, he got like 8 league goals.
Isn't it like one?
Goals.
What's the badge on him? Is that German?
No, that's Alaves. He was on loan
Alaves.
there for a season. I think he got 8 league goals there.
What are you doing for the next game, Lewis?
Probably going Goose again. Actually, I don't know. I'll make it up. I might even stream. I'm not sure. But yeah, 8 league goals. He's not proven.
Mm-hmm.
Why would we even consider that sort of money?
Yeah.
It don't make any sense. If you're going to give minutes,
he's not a good goal scorer. That's my problem. He's just
the only thing, unfortunately, which is going to screw us on this deal is because the data might show that he's got like high potential and whatnot. That's the only thing I could.
But he's good in other places. No, yeah, he's good in other places, right? Like, he's good at sure, but he's like his aerial ability is pretty good from what my understanding is. He presses really well from my understanding as well.
He's quick.
He's very quick. He has profile wise, like height and speed wise, it's the right type of profile. He can stretch the field. He's a mini version of what Victor is, but he doesn't finish as well. That's what it is.
So Osimhen, but no,
no finishing.
I need
no finishing. Victor with no finishing. And Victor's finishing. Everyone questions in the chat
because let's go see Sam.
But
we've got Mark Hugh.
We don't need. He's saying because the reason why we won't be able to buy him is because Atletico see him as Spain's next number 9.
I thought that was more for the valuation of the player.
No.
Yeah. But even still, Joey, though, if we chuck some crazy figure at them, they probably might still accept it. Like, you just never know. When you go after offer a certain amount of money that's too stupid to turn down.
Yeah, no, I'm not going and saying Victor's Osimhen finished. Osimhen.
So if Atletico really rates him, that could be the reason why the potential maybe
that's what I'm saying.
That we don't know.
That's what I've been saying for a while, though, Alex. I've been saying this for a while, and that's what
I'm sorry.
as well.
At that time, we were making fun of Fatur, but now since we're back on the football, why everybody rates him so much?
Well, we personally don't, but I'm guessing Atletico do.
Well,
they know something we don't.
No, I mean, we as like fans don't, but like obviously the club sees him as the right profile, right? Like that's just what it is. Like, and he's the next up and coming guy in that age bracket
I'm just saying, what's the difference between this guy and Fofana that we already have?
It's easy to say that.
Oh, and he's like 4 inches taller, and he's 4 inches taller, and he's more of like a Dusan Vlahovic, a Doue, Victor Osimhen style striker.
But this doesn't make sense. Those are deadly in the box. That's why I'm talking about. So how you can say this is the he is that profile when he has nothing of that profile?
No, he just has everything outside the finishing. Alex is my point. The finishing is what he's lacking at. That's our problem with him, though.
No. I'm saying, but that means that he's not everything that profile is. because there's no
Alex,
other things.
The problem is they're feeding you bullshit by telling you he's a terrible finisher. That's their opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Joey's opinion that he's a terrible finisher. Joey hasn't watched him play to know he's a terrible finisher. That's
I
why
just have the
came
data
on.
to back it up. That's all.
Okay, give us the data. I want to hear it.
Okay.
I want to hear it. What
I
makes
just-
him a terrible finisher?
I just think it's a waste of time to kind of go on the Omorodion. We got to queue up front. And what's the whole point?
You want him to come up on?
I'm just trying to see, if he has, for example, if he doesn't have.
all the scouting reports of him.
I was just saying, like, for that to be working, that means that he does not have a lot of. They
Game
don't
time.
create enough for him.
Oh, game time. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
For him
That
not
could be a
to be
thing.
good finishing with a low score.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not enough
The one-
service
the one
means
thing that-
less chances.
One
I
thing
get
I've
it.
just
But
looked at as well is apparently Alaves are really poor when it comes to chance creation. So maybe the 8
You
goals.
see,
is a
that's
better
what
thing
I'm
with
saying.
them.
So
it's the
Good
optics.
way of looking at it.
that's
it's
what
the
I'm saying.
optics.
Like, you can have a good finisher, and he finishes with what he's got. But if your
Yeah.
team does not create enough those to be finished, he's not gonna be a good finisher. So
Because
you
the
can
logic
look
will
at
be if
two
he's in a
ways.
team that creates more, he'll most likely score more goals. That makes sense.
So that's my problem. You cannot say, like, based on the stats if you didn't see it, because sometimes without seeing it, looking at the stats, like I said, Lukaku, if you look at it, Lukaku is one of the best stat person on the planet Earth. But when you see him, you're like, how?
Yeah, it's true. Like Darwin Núñez as well needs
You're
like
right.
8 chances to
You're
score
right.
too.
You could say that. You could say that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like
I mean,
he's-
the conversion rate just isn't good, Alex. That's all I'm saying. The conversion
Okay.
shot to conversion rate isn't that great. That's all it comes down to. That's all I looked at. That's all it comes down to. Okay, that's all I looked at.
So if he's that's what I'm saying. So if his team,
Nobody really knows. How am I going to say? I don't watch
exactly.
Spanish football. I'm not going to say anything outside of that. I don't watch Spanish football.
Similarities will happen with Jackson as well, where he got run a game,
That's all.
Real took his chances and whatnot.
I'm okay willing to say that type of stuff too, though. So.
Yeah.
Jackson considered untouchable by Chelsea. Club still discussing new potential striker and the right-footed wing. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Save for that, Maldini. All right, cool. Pies,
Daniel,
not really much update.
what's your opinion, Daniel,
On what?
on Bediashili's brother?
I don't know. I don't know who he is, man. My opinion on anybody who comes in now as striker is, out of the 3 strikers that we have or we're going to have, which is Jackson, Gueye, and whoever else comes in, just make sure one of them is our number 1 or is going to be our number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how much you get him for. I don't care how much you spend. Because if you spend 100, then there's these expectations. If you spend 20, then there's these expectations. All that shit to me doesn't matter. If you can find a gem, because again, Atletico Madrid has a history of having the best strikers. Like that's the one thing that they've had a history of, right?
Yeah.
They always hit when it comes to strikers. So if they know something
Falcao,
about him,
Aguero, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, if they know something about him,
Cavani.
that's cool. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
Right? Forlan, like, come on, that's what they
Yeah.
do. The
That's
only
actually
thing-
something to do.
The only thing with
Yeah.
that is for me is if you buy him and he comes in, he's not good. I'm not gonna hear, guys, it was just 40 million. We can sell him. And no. I need a main striker. If he
Let
costs
me
10
ask-
million, that's cool. But just
Let
get
me
me a
ask
main
y'all
striker.
something. Let me ask y'all something. You see, that low creation, I don't think we need to look at the strikers that score out of the low creation, because we are highly creative team. We need the strikers that actually deadly from the creation point of view, because like there's the reason why there's like a true way to look at it. Some teams, like I said, they don't create a lot and he scores, so it does matter for them because he's the only one that can do that. At Chelsea, you're gonna have way more chances, so you need to have that guy that finishes like. What's the guy that has a lot of kids? What's his name? That rapper. He kind of does everything.
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon. We need the forward guy like Nick Cannon that pretty much impregnates with first shot. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like you got to look at the striker from the different perspective.
Yep, very potent. Yep.
Yo, that whole process to identifying Nick Cannon. He's like,
My
"What's that black guy's got a lot of
mind
kids?"
is going. Sometimes my mind is going to do wonders, man.
Trust.
We need to literally find Nick Cannon as a
So
striker.
Alex, he had just as many big chances missed as Nicholas Jackson last year.
Well, pretty much the same, innit? So might as well stick Nicholas Jackson though.
But that's
I thought they didn't create for him. What's going on?
They had the same amount of chances missed, big chances missed as Nick Jackson.
Yo, why can't guys just say, "Yo, I don't know who this guy is, man"?
Yeah.
I was thinking you guys were right.
I'm okay with saying I don't know who he is, but if I look at the stats, right? But look at the stats, and there's some glaring things that are coming at me in the stats. I'm gonna freaking say, okay, like he had 19 big chances missed on a team that freaking 19 big chances missed. That
Adam,
a lot of chances.
that's 100% question. Me. What Adam said, it's me. Through and through that. I have a point. It's just the way I get to it, it's sometimes it's questionable.
That's why we're trying to help you get there.
It's the village. It's the village. You know, it's the village.
All right, I gotta head out. Take it easy.
No worries,
Joey.
Joey.
Big up,
Big up,
Joey.
bro. It says as well, Chelsea believe Mark Hugh can cover the striker position very well in the future, but that just makes.
I was just saying, bro. Listen, you look at this kid. I fucking, bro. You look at him. He's not looking like an 18-year-old. He's tall. He can play right away. It's giving Evan Ferguson. I'm not gonna lie, right? People look at him and they think, oh my god, I wish I felt like Man U was willing to pay 100. Listen, bro. Like 2-3 years ago, no one knew who the fuck he was.
Cap, man. Evan Ferguson ain't that good, man.
Yeah, hey, but listen, he's in the conversation of what, 100
what?
mil, whatever. No, Man U.
Yeah, even that's insane.
Nobody's paying no 100 mil for that guy, man.
Nobody was never paying that much money for that nigga. Yo, y'all bugging.
Man.
Evan
I
Ferguson,
don't know,
let's
but-
stop it, man. Come on.
Yeah,
I know, but listen, hey,
English media hype bullshit.
would you want Evan Ferguson on your team?
No.
Not for the money they're asking.
No. Take the money out the thing. Just as in terms of a profile, in terms of his
But his
attributes.
age, yeah. If he came through the academy, yeah. Not to buy that nigga, no. If he was 5 million like Huey was, yeah.
Listen,
I'm gonna be real. I'm looking for our next striker to be a bit more proven. Because if you're talking about like the youth player that you're going to give minutes to, that's Mark Hugh. You're giving him all the Conference League minutes. How do you get Omorodion unless you're telling me he's starting every single game in the Premier League for us? And
Well,
even
I
then,
don't
that's
know
a
about that.
big risk.
I mean, I think they're gonna do a committee situation for the striker. Like, I think they'll have Jackson play a majority of the games, and they may need, when he's off form, somebody to come in for maybe another like 10, 15 games, call it, right? It doesn't have to be one person. They need somebody else in that position. I think Mark Green, he's it's a risk, but I think as a second striker, I mean, I think he can do the job. Right.
My thing is,
No.
like, why
There's nothing.
why both of the
Bro.
clubs rate this motherfucker so high? They rate him like both of the clubs clearly rate this dude. Like, what? Who is this man? Who is he?
I don't know. I've seen a lot of stuff from Atletico fans where they really don't want to get rid of him. They see him as the
That's
next
what I'm
number
saying.
9.
That's what I'm
or-
talking about.
I think they loved him.
They love this dude. Like, but wait, like, what the hell does he got going? That I don't know. This shit crazy.
I don't know what
I don't know,
Simeone's
like-
cooking with this guy.
Atletico Madrid. I don't know if y'all know they hit you with strikers, but you might want to go check it, bro. They got strikers.
Bro,
Strikers,
that's the
that's
thing,
the
like-
position they miss on. They don't miss on strikers, so it's got to be something. But what? Like what? What is? I watch his comp. I mean, I see. Okay, he look like a athletic, not a typical like a number 9, not like no people keep. Does he have that Fofana don't have? Like, you must never see
You're
Fofana
breaking up.
play.
Yeah, your mic's breaking up.
You're
A
breaking
little
up.
bit.
That's Fofana is not a regular 9. Fofana has to come like off the left and off the right. So he's not like Fofana is not the typical 9. I don't know if y'all ever watched him.
I think he was naturally a winger himself.
Let me ask you a question. What if, like, there's literally not a lot of 9s that there?
No.
So let me ask you, for example, what do we do? Do we either go for the big, the big guy, or not go at all? Or are you okay will be to get another prospect if it's not expensive? Or you'd rather not do it at all and spend it more or later,
goalkeeper,
or postpone, or improve the other areas like center back or goalkeeper? Like, for example,
an outright immediate starter for me, I don't even think I'd go for
exactly.
one.
That's my point. If you're not gonna get the striker that overcome Jackson, I don't think the priority should be there. For me, it's my personal opinion. Spend that 60 mil on the freaking Costa as a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But Costa ain't gonna cost 60. He gonna cost more than that.
Would you? Anybody agree with my point or no?
I agree.
I agree with you, Alex.
100%.
Because I just don't see it. If you don't, who's better? Who is the strikers would you take over Jackson as a starter? Osimhen, Tony? Well, Tony, like Tony Jackson.
I would take Tony, but yeah, that's different.
Yeah, well, I'm saying like Tony Jackson.
Tony, Perez.
Easy.
That'll be about it. Don't think anyone else.
Yeah, no one else comes to mind. To be
So
honest.
the rest of them are going to be prospects, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So the prospects, it's either hit or miss. So you're gonna spend money on the hit or miss. I'd rather get me a goalkeeper like Costa. He's definitely benchable for goalkeepers.
Jimmy made a great point where he said we have to look at Atletico's history of developing strikers, right? And so,
no, that's not Jimmy said. That's Daniel said.
I'm sorry.
Jimmy also referred to what Atletico strikers have been in the past.
He may have.
I ain't giving no Jimmy no flowers.
But I mean, yeah, you look at that, like, okay, other people think so. For $40, for 40. Man, I can't tell if he's talking or
he's breaking up. So
yeah, but like you mentioned, we shouldn't be spending up for guys that are like, we're good as it is. Let's go get a real difference maker. Let's get Diego Costa, someone that's gonna help us now, like really help us.
Yeah, especially like building off on your point, especially if it ended up, say, hypothetically, we submitted a bit of like 65 mil for this Omorodion. You may as well just chuck an extra 20 and go for like Cucurella, or go for someone who's we know is better than what this guy currently is right now.
Yeah.
That's where the issue lies with deals
there's
like this.
no way I want to spend for Badiashila's brother more than 40 mil.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we may be wrong in the future.
Chance.
Not right now with this fan base we got after the signings we've made in the past. Yeah,
I just
not
think
that
one
kind
of
money.
Mark, he or him's getting very limited game time, and you're going to be promising both of them minutes to develop. So I don't know how you make that work.
It's a serious what ifs if you do that.
It is.
Just make sure you know just make sure you know what you're doing, right? The reason why I wanted Osimhen and these guys is because, like, I was sure about them. I don't watch a lot of these other strikers to know if they're great or not great. But the expectation for Chelsea is going to remain the same, whether you cost 20 million or 100 million.
Yeah,
because we need a striker of that level.
That I agree with. Yeah,
our expectation for Jackson never changed, guys. Like, yeah, Jackson cost 35 million. We didn't say, oh yeah, guys, it's 35 million. He can miss 26 big chances. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, we need you to score. So, you know, I just want somebody who's not gonna miss those big chances that are gonna be created next year. So whether it's Gully, Jackson, or this guy Omorodion, if it's either one, you guys have to hit those chances, right? Because it's not gonna be funny if what happened last year happens again. It's not gonna be funny.
Yeah,
that's you know. So for me, it's like I'm not too hung up on the money or any of that at this point. Like I'm kind of over it. It's more just whatever you do, like the left back that they signed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think,
bro? I don't even know who this kid is, but my expectation for left back is the fucking same. Like it doesn't change. there is like I don't like the two left backs I have. So my expectation was a left back coming in is going to replace those two bums. Some people might like Cucurella. I don't like Cucurella. I don't like any of them.
I like him slightly better over Chilwell, but not much.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't like him, right? But my point is, you're going out for a left back. If Calafiori came in, he was going to start.
Yeah, because of the money that we would have spent on him.
No, the money or no, fuck the money. Because
you're not dropping 50 mil on a backup just to sit on the bench. Let's be honest.
You don't have it. I mean, some of these Lavia's a backup.
We already got two left-sided centre backs, and like, does Cucurella instantly get dropped? I don't know. I couldn't say that.
I think he does start for whatever that role that they're saying you cut in or whatever bullshit, right? If he comes in, he starts. If this kid comes in, and he starts, or whichever way you put it, the expectations for left back is exactly the same. If you're saying Cucurella is good enough and this kid is coming in to be backup, then Cucurella has to be good enough, right? So there is no leeway when it comes to it. Just sort out what you have to sort out, like the goalkeeper thing, right?
Yeah.
There's no excuses. If you want to use Sanchez, listen, I think Sanchez is trash, but if we're saying it's the system that caused it and everything, I'm willing to kind of take that on. I'm not gonna fight it, but you can't concede 60-something goals next year, brother. It can't happen. You know what I'm saying? If that doesn't happen, if the team as a whole concedes a lot less and it all works out, then there's nothing you can really say because you don't know what's gonna happen. I just like to go I think all of us like to go in with a more like a sure thing, like where a lot of us are sure of Osimhen, we're sure of Costa. We're sure of certain guys that we know, okay, if they come in, they're going to be able to like make us better 100%. We're not sure of some of these other guys. So that's where the worry comes in. But the expectation ain't going to be different, bro. So good luck to you. And good luck to the fucking manager, because if Enzo comes in and his strikers aren't scoring goals, he's not going to get a fucking break, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be the same shit for him. If he's creating chances and his strikers aren't scoring and he's like, fuck, okay.
I don't know, because now it's a lot of these players' second season. I think it will depend on the way we play too. If we're controlling the game, if we're making a lot of chances and we don't bury them, then it's going to be the strikers that come down for it. If we don't have control of games, then the manager's going to get looked at as well.
I mean, I think that's coming from like a fan base point of view, right? If I hired you, right, and I'm the one who signed all these players and I believe in them, why would I back away from my players for you? You know what I'm saying? Like if they admit that the strikers have failed, that means Winstanley and Stewart have failed, and they have to buy new strikers. I don't think they're going to admit that. That would have to
be the uncomfortable truth if they didn't work out and it wasn't the manager's fault. Because if it's different managers,
I'm just telling you, they're going to make it the manager's fault.
Let's also keep in mind the manager we're talking about. We're talking about Enzo. He's worked with Raheem Sterling. He's worked with Cole Palmer.
No. He worked with the youth. He didn't work with the first team.
When he joined the City first team, Sterling had left by then.
Even though it depends on the manager. He was not assistant.
That is, we could also have Cole Palmer. I mean, it's not ideal, right? But like when we look at evaluating that striker position, right? I think, he might pay if none of them are hitting. If Nkuku's not hitting, and if he's tried that, he'll have no choice but to play Palmer up there at some point.
Look, the thing is when the manager has assistants, like everybody's assistant, manager can have 4 or 5 assistants. That doesn't mean that every assistant is like Arteta was his assistant, like he was on his left all the time. Not this guy.
Okay.
This guy was sometimes I'll joke around. I'll say he's the guy that spread the cones for the players. That's also assistant job for the manager.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So there's a difference. There's a difference between them. I don't know what he did at City. He's one of the assistants, but he was never on that part when the Pep Guardiola was looking to during the game talk to the guy on the left.
What I will say, I did hear from someone who works at City's academy that all the academy coaches had weekly lessons with Guardiola. So whatever that's worth is whatever that's worth. Maybe there's a little something more to it. God knows.
I was under the impression he was like an Arteta guy.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
No, yeah, I guess I was wrong. But anyways, notwithstanding, I think they could still play Palmer up top, right? So if there's no excuse for failure. There's no excuse for failure, in my opinion.
I don't want to see Palmer up
Nah,
top.
if
I know,
Palmer,
but-
if Palmer
but
ends up
no,
having
I'm
to
like-
play up top, it's already a failure, bro. Like you already
Facts.
failed somewhere. For if you're having him get away from a position where he was one of the best players in the league, so he can play up top. It's like Hazard thing,
I'm
right?
assuming
Hazard when he was done put up top as
You
well.
already seen it last season.
When you
Palmer up
force
top is my
Hazard,
panic option if I have no
when
other
it came to a
options
point
in
where
the
we
game.
forced Hazard to play false nine, we already failed. You already fucked it
We
up.
failed, yeah.
Yeah. That was,
You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
I said that was my assumption. I said, listen, if Nico Jackson isn't hitting, if Nkuku isn't hitting, and then we start Mark Gay and he's still not cooking, right? Like we could start Palmer up top. It's not ideal, right? But you were talking, Daniel. You were talking about your expectations aren't going to change. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, even with this group we have right now, right? My expectation out of that group is not going to change. Right. So if we're not producing out of that striker position, however we get that production, right? Like that doesn't mean I'm gonna look back at. I think we have enough there to score the goals enough to get into whatever your expectation is. I think, right?
If we can't get any of those strikers firing, the directors need to be fired.
Yeah, facts.
Simple as that. Either the manager is not good enough, or the strikers you've hired are not good enough. Either way, you need to be sacked. That's just it. Like, this is the season where it all needs to start clicking.
I kind of like, for example, if we build an, I'm not ready to say it. I need to see more. I can say it.
Fair enough.
If it's just an idea, you can go for it. You can go for it.
I ain't getting cooked from the kids. I ain't getting cooked. I
Fair
do not
enough.
do predictions. I do not do predictions. Like I'll watch the game, and I'll tell you if December. That's when I'm gonna talk about the.
Yeah, you know what? Cool. I've been trying to go away from predictions myself because I want to watch the football. I've just said I know what my targets are. My targets are fourth in the trophy. I don't care past that. You get me.
For me, we created enough. We did it enough last season.
Yep.
My problem was always last season on defensive end. So for me, that was the biggest problem. And I'm a defender. I would like to see our team play better defensively. So that's my point. And and I think with losing Thiago Silva is actually going to put us in the worst as a defensive structure. As much as I don't like him how we play offensively, but defensively he's a key point. So if he's not there, we're weaker with that same team pretty much.
I disagree because I think we was weak defensively because of the manager, not because of the players. Those same players the year before let up like 20-something less goals. Like then Poch come in and shit, and then all of a sudden we leaking goals. Like all the defenders are bad at the same time. That's literally what happened under Poch. Every defender looks worse.
Every defender.
Every defender that was there before him, when he got there, they looked worse.
Look at Colwell the year before. He was, I forgot. I don't know if Brighton actually ended up fourth or fifth, right? But look at the player he was. He was getting considered for the England team. Now, you look at when he played for Poch, he was a different player. It was sad to fucking watch.
All of them were.
Sad to watch.
Colwell.
Yeah,
Badia show. We saw him the year before.
All
I'm like,
of
listen,
them,
this
bro.
guy can pass. What happened?
Yeah.
So I think, like you're right. Like we need
problem-
Alex's assessment's right. Yeah, like we need to get better defensively, and I think with better coaching, a lot of these niggas will find out why they're professional football. Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I did see I'm talking about the partnership. I did see the different partnership, and the partnership is the problem that I'm looking at. I'm not talking about what he did, what Badiashile did before other guy came. I'm talking about as a partnership. Badiashile plays better with Thiago Silva because Thiago Silva knows how to position himself. He knows how to do whatever the stuff that needs to be done, playing off the back. Because let's get it straight. We are playing off the back. We're not going to be kicking the ball up. So my concern is with the best player that could play off the back was Thiago Silva. He is struggling to do it going forward. He slowed down his game too much for me but from the back position, like how he plays, and he's the only one that knows it.
Yeah.
So when he leaves, I had the small sample of Badiashile and Decisive play together. I don't saying that those two are going to be, but Colwell.
Tosin is starting. Personally, I think Tosin is gonna start over both of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes, I agree. Tosin is actually one of those that I see slightly, but I'm sorry, but I don't know how he will at Chelsea. So until this point, this is why I stopped, because I don't want to make predictions. Predictions are the worst thing to do when none of the players actually played with each other.
The man will come back on you 4 months later, like receipts.
But I don't think it's crazy to think of players. I don't think it's crazy to think a player is gonna play the way you saw him play. Like, oh my gosh, you expected him to play the way you saw him play? Who would have thought that? Like this, I don't get why fans. I don't know. This Twitter, YouTube world made fans stop being fans. Like, I don't give a fuck if somebody come back and be like, oh, you said, yeah, I did say, bitch. I ain't God. I don't know the future. I'm just telling you what I think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I like that's what making a prediction is. Like, I'm not gonna not be a fan. Like, people be wanting you. Oh, what makes you get all excited about that signing? Because I want to, bitch. Like, I ain't gotta not be excited about a signing because all you motherfuckers in England don't get enough sunshine and all y'all know is doom and gloom. Nah,
Yeah, bitches, I get sunshine.
Yeah, if I'm gonna get excited about a player, ain't nobody gonna knock me off that horse. I noticed that that's what football fandom has come to.
Jimmy,
People telling you not to enjoy something that you feel naturally. Some players we get, I watch a comp and I get excited. So I'm gonna come online and I'm gonna say I'm excited. You got 4 or 5 people. Why? How dare you be excited? No, man,
Jimmy.
suck my dick with a Chico.
No.
I'm
I don't want to do that. I know. I'm just saying.
Somebody in general.
Yeah.
Want fans not to be excited about signings, and it's like
I was excited about what's his name? Casado. That was my excitement. I really wanted Casado, and I'm like, I was quiet when he started slow because I knew the kid has it. And he has it even more. Believe me, he has it even more. He will show it. The question is, it's not about individuals for me to get excited. As the center back, I worry about the partnerships. Center backs is one of those things that partnership is more important than individual quality. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So for me, it's slightly. That's why I was worried about it. That's why I don't want to make because you're not even to make a prediction. That's like sometimes even 2 best players cannot make good partnerships. You know what I'm saying? Messi and freaking Turtleneck played on the same team. They couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So like partnership is a different breed.
Who the fuck is Turtleneck?
Mbappe.
That's Mbappe. Yeah.
Mbappe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mbappe. Listen, on paper, the reason why, like, for a lot of people, why you don't sometimes get excited, even if the player is great, is when you're talking about fit and everything else. Some of us were here when Ibrahimovic was going to Barcelona, and by every metric, that was the perfect striker for Barcelona. The perfect tech, he can do everything, 1-2, all that bullshit. That shit flopped like that shit didn't work.
Exactly.
That shit did not work at all.
Yeah, but that ain't no reason for me. That's like saying, yo, half a marriage
hold on. I haven't finished my point.
I can get excited about mine. Nah, fuck that. I'm gonna be excited about my bitch.
My point is this.
Jimmy, let me land.
Let me have finish my point though. My point is this, right? You're valid if you're excited about a player. You're also valid if you're not. Right? The problem is, I've said this before, is
no.
Going into a Disney Channel. No, hold on. I think Chelsea fans have gone into a Disney Channel type of fighting, gangland type thing. It's one of those two things. It's either Disney, right, where there has to be a storyline, there has to be a villain, or it's O-Block, it's gangland. If you believe this, fuck you. You have to die. If you believe this, and I'm like, God damn.
But yeah,
it's not that.
But that's what
it's not that
deep.
What I was saying
about.
I can believe every player we have is world class, and be wrong, and that's okay, right? But then,
and that was that's what I was saying. Like motherfuckers will beat motherfuckers down for getting excited about a signing, and I'm like, yo, be excited about your signing and shit. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Now you got some people who go too far and start telling you like Calafiore is Maldini and dumb shit like that. That's the shit that makes me go, you just talking shit.
Yeah.
But like a new signing that you excited about, like people act like you scared, and I agree. Like I can fully understand the opposite side of a motherfucker going, oh nah, I ain't that excited. What I can't get is when a motherfucker say, oh, he's guaranteed to fail. Now you can miss me with that.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
yeah.
guaranteed.
I'll never do that.
Yeah, you
Fuck
can
that.
never, unless a player has already done something and proven it to you year after year, you can never guarantee either way. Oh, he's gonna be shit,
Bro,
he's gonna be great.
Even if he hasn't,
Yeah,
No, I'm
be
saying
like,
you
yo,
can
if you
never.
sign him, he's guaranteed to score goals. I'd be like, no, the fuck he ain't. No, the fuck he ain't. No, he ain't. Ain't nothing guaranteed.
All you're doing
the odds
is
are better.
going by what you're more comfortable with, right? You know, if you're more comfortable, like if I've seen a player for a long time in different scenarios, I'm probably more comfortable with him coming in and doing certain things. Same way, if I've seen him in different scenarios and I know he can't do it, then I'm not comfortable with him coming and doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like the people who were saying, yo, Lukaku is not gonna work. I was saying he was gonna work. I was like, nah, you know, he might work in this, but they're like, nah, the way that he plays, I've seen him enough to know it's not gonna, you know what I mean? Different point of views based on the history of the player. My thing is, we come out today, there are players who have no history. Admittedly, these guys have no history yet. And you have people who are firmly on either side, where it's like, these guys are world class.
That's the question.
If you don't back these guys, they're world class. If you don't back them, you're not a Chelsea fan. And then and then it becomes about the actual player and how you assess him. It becomes like fan versus fan. Fuck you versus fuck you. Why do you think this versus why do you think? And it's like, bro, it doesn't matter what you think. The problem is that we're fucking shit. If you weren't shit, or not even shit, if we weren't being shit right now, all this infighting wouldn't happen because you're fighting about what? Making Champions League? You're fighting about what? Like winning league titles? I never had this much arguing about whether or not, this player is actually great or if he's not great. When you're winning, every player you have is world class. I promise you. When you're winning league titles year on a year end, those are times we were all saying our starting lineup was all world class, from Ivanovic to Ashley Cole, all the way up to fucking whoever else is playing. Like, everybody's world class. That's where you want to be. But because we're not there now, it's it's civil
My
war.
problem with people making big estimates on the players that they obviously did not watch. That's my problem with it. Like, people saying, "Oh, I do watch." No, you don't. Like, I'm like, you need sometimes to actually break down your own team to watch it 2 or 3 times to understand something. Because you watching it, like when you're saying you watching it and you go and do work or you do this, that's not watching. That's playing in the background. That means that you're listening to the commentators and you take their opinions.
Yep.
That's not watching. Watching it, it's like me. Oh, Alex, why you watched the Chelsea 2 times? Because I wanted to understand. It's not the same if you have a game on TV and you do whatever, something outside the house. When I'm saying, do you know how much time I do turn the TV outside on and do shit that game is on? I could say I watch game, but if you're gonna ask me what minute, and no, that's not watching. That's participating.
That's just listening in. Just listening in.
Exactly.
What's the commentary telling me? Okay, nothing's happening. I'm going for a drink.
Especially, and if you listen commentary from Alexis Lalas, you fucked.
I've heard enough about him being a shit commentator.
Bro, he's
anytime I check the Chelsea subreddit during a game, I see people moaning about him.
He's actually, and I don't like to
Lala
use
again.
this word, but he's actually retarded. He's unreal. Some of the shit that comes out of his
it took
mouth.
a fucking lot for you to call him that. Then that's crazy.
By the way, he's a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
He's not even relevant. Like, for fucking the US, bro.
Yeah.
He's talking
Yeah,
about
nah,
back when
like
we used to play with fucking torches and shit like that. That was
awesome.
you know,
Nah, but like for like the way I see it, and I realize this because Lewis knows I've been on Lewis's channel since this started. It's been a while, right? So we know like we're not gonna agree on everything. We're just not. We're just not gonna
That's
agree
true.
because we see the game differently. At this point, I hope people know how I see the game. If you've been here for a long time, so if I see somebody, you know who I'm gonna like and who I'm not gonna like to like a certain level, and you know
And
what
you know
I go
why
by.
also, and you know why.
And you know why I would like this player versus why I wouldn't. I'm an old school type of fan. If you win something for me, you get a little more leeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If you don't, I don't give a fuck about how good you are. I don't care because I've seen players better than you come to my team, not win and leave. You know what I'm saying? There's been better world class players come into our team and not do shit. That being said, over the years, my eyes has opened to more of you can find this young talent out of nowhere. And that started with the Hazard years. Because I didn't know who the fuck. I mean, I was hearing about Hazard, but I didn't know who the fuck Lukaku was, Thibaut Courtois, Oscar, Schürrle. I didn't know who any of these guys were. Right? And they came in and blew my mind away. So I was like, you know what?
And here's the funny shit.
I'm going to give it a chance.
Video game. I knew them motherfuckers because of FIFA. That's the only reason I can know those names. Because of FIFA.
When I'm saying no, I mean like I never watched them play. FIFA will give you every. I remember when Pjanic or Pjanic, whatever his name is, was balling out. That was my number one center mid in FIFA, bro. When he went to Juve, I knew. I said, "Yo, that's my center mid right there."
I'm telling you, I did not play FIFA, and when Hazard signed for Chelsea, I didn't know who he was, and I was like, "Yay!"
No, I knew Hazard was my left winger, bro. I promise you, Hazard was my left winger. Neymar was my right winger. I knew these guys, but
I was upset we didn't sign Neymar, by the way.
I mean no as in like I was actually watching them play and all that. I wasn't watching these guys on a game-to-game basis. Neymar, if you guys were young back then when he was coming up, he was the comps guy. YouTube comps, Neymar was the god.
Yeah, that's when the first time I did it. I wanted Neymar based on YouTube.
And Neymar used to have that fucking mohawk, man. I used to be like, yo,
Yeah.
I can't believe this shit play for Chelsea.
Yeah.
I swore he was gonna play for Chelsea. I just knew it. I just fucking knew it.
All you had to do is put YouTube on and you have to do You know Neymar was going crazy.
Neymar was everywhere at that time. At that time, Neymar was everywhere. On everybody's talking about Neymar.
Yeah, because they wanted to play like him
Neymar
since
is the
Ronaldinho.
reason
That's the thing.
Reason why I'm a little harsh on some of these other Brazilians who come out of the league, right?
Yeah.
Like when Neymar was in there, Neymar was destroying. I'm talking about destroying the league, like destroying like 50 goals and 30 games type of thing, destroying these guys. So when a guy like Victor Roque, you have 5 goals in 60 games, and they say you're 60 million. How? How can you have 5 goals and I'm supposed to pay 60 million when Neymar and these guys was there? They had 50 goals in 40 games.
Yeah,
But guess
and
what?
Drake's the same.
Neymar, you want to laugh though?
Okay, Neymar's Neymar. At least give me 20 goals. I can say, okay.
No, but here's the funny part. Here's the funny part, Daniel. Neymar cost 60 million too, and that's including inflation on Roque. So it kind of makes sense. It's almost 15 years later.
Hell no.
Bro,
Rodrigo, listen.
Inflation. Neymar cost 60 million 15 years ago.
100%. Inflation is a big thing. I get that.
Yeah.
Right? I 100% get inflation is a thing, right? But my thing is the criteria for you. If you're coming out of Brazil,
but my
right?
point being, if Neymar was doing what he was doing then, now you would have to pay 100 plus, even from Brazil.
Easy.
Yes.
Even
That's,
buying from
Daniel,
South
that's.
America.
I feel like
But they
that's.
pay. But listen, when you break down what they actually paid, they pay some back order shit. Like, come on,
Yeah.
There was agent fees and
Neymar move.
player
Let's
rights.
not act like Neymar.
Back in the day,
There wasn't some back.
That was his father, by the way.
Yeah,
His father was.
it's image rights in Brazil.
Yeah,
It's all.
his father did
I wouldn't be surprised.
But here's my thing though.
That shit was over 100.
Neymar, if Neymar was in this era doing what he was doing, Neymar would cost 100 million. But he would deserve the 100 million because you're killing these Brazilian niggas. right?
But you know what?
Now,
To be honest, he scouting is so different nowadays. He would have been plucked by like age 7.
Yes.
Nowadays,
That's
no.
you don't need.
Daniel,
No, bro. Nowadays,
Let me tell you something. You guys don't remember this.
I'm gonna lie, because Esteval Williams
this.
meant to be that guy.
Yes.
He's only
Right.
got
No.
Daniel,
You guys remember this, right? Neymar was supposed to come to Chelsea. Told him not to come. Back then, he was the guy. He was the Endrick of their time, if you will.
Yeah.
But 10 times better. Like Endrick is shit, but he was the Endrick of their time, bro. Like if you're comparing, where it's like everybody, every Brazilian legend, everyone was like, no, this is our guy. He needs to go to the right place. He needs to, So I don't think he would have ever getting plucked. He was getting Ballon d'Or nominations while he was in Santos still. He was top 10 Ballon d'Or while he was in Santos in Brazil. You know what I mean?
I know, but Daniel, I think comparing people up against somebody that's once in a generation, right? It's like, well, it's just a recipe to remain like forever disappointed, right? You got to look at players; they all have their own intricacies and things that they can bring, right? You look at Esteval, right? People are looking at us crazy for playing 60 mil because it's a high risk, right? Any transfer is going to be a risk. The only thing I'll be upset about is uncalculated risks, right? You look at Esteval, right? Some could say that they haven't done their diligence or whatever. I look at him, right? He plays a lot like Neymar, right? They call him Messinho. I don't get it why, right?
It's because of his dribbling style is more akin to a Messi than a Neymar. Neymar's more ball manipulation and trickery.
Body type wise, he was much more like Neymar, right? And if we end up being right, we'll have plucked him out of Brazil, and people are gonna have to pay top dollar for him, right?
Yep.
Like
those
days.
Shit, he gonna be here, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to. I'm taking your firstborn son. Like that's the price. So like, I think that's just the modern game. Is you need to find talent wherever it is, right, and take calculated risk when you can, right. I feel like a lot of these like expectations, like to expect to land a once in a generation
But you know what?
player is
Here's the problem, right? I mean, I don't disagree with you, right? Yeah. But the only problem with that is when you're in that lineage, compared to the last great player that came prior to you, right? If you're following, you're probably not going to be as good. Vini is not as good as Neymar.
No.
But Vini is going to be compared to Neymar because that was the last great winger that was there. The same way Neymar was compared to Ronaldinho prior to him because that was the last great. Ronaldinho was compared to that's just the way it goes. If you're a Brazilian player, everybody's a legend. I'm sorry, like when you're in one of those countries where it's like they can give you 50 players in the top 200, and that's crazy, right? So unfortunately, you're going to be compared, and the reason why you make those kind of signings from Brazil, I think, is because you want one of those kind of players.
Exactly.
The reason why we went and signed Oscar is because we wanted that kind of level. Or you go and sign, it's because you want that kind of level of guy. And my thing is I can say I don't see something or I do see something. But what I do know is I can only go by the young guys that have come previously and what they were doing in Brazil and compare it to some of the guys that are like moving on now. Esteval, like the last few, and again, this is his first year even playing in his first team. The last
He's a risk,
The last few weeks, he's been starting to put up performances that it's like, okay, he's above this level. He's not just competing with the grown men there. He's better than them. That's how you have to perform for me to believe you're going to leave Brazil.
He's already
to Europe and do this for us, right? You have to do it to that level, regardless of you're not going to be Neymar or whoever. But while you're there, you got to kill these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go and look at Vini's stats while he was back in Brazil, I'm sure he wasn't putting up, like what's his name, like this Victor Roque, 5 goals in 60 games. There's no way.
Yeah.
Let me check because I think
Barbosa
it's very early into his time in Brazil.
Fine. Yeah. He did leave like super early. He didn't even have time to. He didn't even have time to cook there because he had 4 goals and 3 assists in 12 games, and he was like 16 or 17. He was 17. The previous year he was 16. So that's like
That's kind of what you're seeing from Esteval right now.
Yeah, literally 10 days since his debut for Flamengo.
Yeah.
Madrid signed him.
That's kind of what you're seeing with like Esteval right now, right? You know,
Yeah.
4 goals, 3 assists, 14 games. Not giving you 1 goal in 20 games, and we're like, yo, this is gonna be Neymar. He's gonna no, he's not, bro. I'm sorry. I gotta be honest. That's how I see it sometimes. Like, you gotta kill that league for you to be able to come here. Because we can't. If they told you right now, guys, we're gonna send Mudryk on loan to the Brazilian league. If Mudryk goes to the Brazilian league, what are you expecting him to do there? 20 goals, 20 assists, that destroy these guys. You know what I'm saying? You have to kill them for it to matter. If you go there and you just do okay and you get, you know,
I'd say
6
Mudryk at
goals.
least has the physical side to his game ready, though. I think with Esteval, they're saying that's what he needs to improve on before he gets there.
Oh,
You
that's
look
fine.
at
That,
him.
you know, that's I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
you
worried
look
about
at it,
that.
but
I
that's
ain't worried
again
about that.
it's part of the evaluation.
Yeah, I ain't
process.
worried
He's
about it
16.
either.
Yeah, I
He's
ain't worried about
17
that,
years
bro.
old.
It's different ages of development, isn't
He
it?
just turned
Yeah.
17, didn't he? He just turned
Exactly.
17.
Yeah.
So
So it's a
you
matter
know,
of time, innit? But like that's why
that's
like
gonna.
with Mudryk at his age and his experience, if we're loaning him there, he's got a fucking fire.
Yes, yeah, exactly. That's basically what I'm saying. Like you have to perform at that high level if you're going to that kind of place and expected to come back to Chelsea and perform at a high level. Esteval literally just turned 17. I'm talking about a month ago or 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what he's doing in that league at barely 17, and I bet you what his stats are going to look like next season before he comes to Chelsea is going to be crazy. And that also helps because you already know, like, I'm that guy. So when I'm coming into Chelsea or I'm coming into this team and there's competition, there's Palmer and there's all these guys, you're not going to feel like, you know, I have to build myself up, and because you might not have that time. You know what I'm saying? You might not have that time because you're coming in the same time Paez is. Everybody needs to come in with a certain level of confidence. And for those two, the more I look at them, the more I have more confidence that they're going to do something.
Yeah,
but I don't have that
Daniel,
confidence.
but
I don't have
do
that
you
confidence
see?
for all of these guys. I'll be
Daniel,
real.
do
Those
you
two
see-
though, they're starting to move me a little bit.
But Daniel, do you see that sometimes though there's a mismatch? You're right. Like when we bought these players, maybe you weren't on board, right? But in the process of you them meeting your expectations, right? Listen, it's an open market. They're gonna get other bidders too. So you need to be there before other people are. Kendry Paez, we're not even gonna let him play for us for another year, right? Same thing with Esteval.
I'll see you guys later.
To have a
care,
chance, yeah. See you, Alex. To have a chance at these players, you need to be in early, you know, and you need to take the risk, right, before other people see what you have.
That should be done to scouting then, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel so proud. Not proud, but like I like the way they're going about things, you know.
Like more times than not, the talent coming out of Brazil does hit. The only one that comes to mind is Gabriel Barbosa. When he moved to Inter Milan out of Brazil, he was on fire in Brazil, and he just failed in Italy, and then got sent back out on loans, and then eventually was sold. He's the only one who never made it out of that like crop of Brazilian talent that was like touted as like the next big things and all that. So more times than not, Brazil talent does typically progress, especially when they go to Portugal, like Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, sign for them clubs, and then obviously play well there and then get a move to another European league and all that. So yeah, it just depends. But Esteval is performing for his age against actual grown men, so that obviously does put you in good stead when you actually
I'm
comparing
gonna try
his
find
talent.
a look for a stream for the game tonight as well.
Yo, big up, man. I'm out as well. Big up, everyone.
Yeah, big up, brother.
Big up.
Peace out. Just quickly before we wrap up, anyone believe in this Adeyemi shit? Because I don't, and I hope we don't see anything further off this.
I don't want to believe in that, bro. I'll be honest. I don't want to believe in that because he's not. He's like it's another, like, we've gotten rid of a lot of our tweeners, like where you're not a striker but you're not a winger. You're just kind of in between both. He's one of those, and he's just a runner. Like he doesn't give you anything. I'll be honest, bro.
Everything I've read about him just screams Roadrunner. Good defensively, rapid, doesn't do anything in terms of end product.
Yeah.
No, he's
I'm good.
He's not very good. He's not very good.
But it does seem like we might be the team linked with him because there's been English links for about a month now, and we're the first name to get thrown into the mix. I just hope it's not anything more than monitoring. What he means in terms of increasing pressure, Maybe that means there's been some talks. Yeah, he says contacts with the entourage of the winger. Now at the top of the list as our main target. Nope. Don't need that.
I think it just screams
hopefully that's the
Dortmund's-
last we hear of those links anyway.
Yeah, I think it's just some of these
It's only
clubs
been
trying to
one
flog
day
their
of it.
deadwood, to be honest. That's what it is.
Yeah, it feels like it's easy for sources just say, "Oh, Chelsea are interested. Chelsea are monitoring," because like we're always active when it comes to this point in the window.
Yeah,
that's it.
I've got that gimmick around us now too, whole transfer kings and all that shit.
The game's the game.
Yeah, that's true. You got to charge it.
Yeah, I do not want him playing our games. I'm gonna be so real with you. Fuck all of that. Also, wait, actually, before we do wrap up, anyone watched any of Desiree Doue? Because he's another left winger that we've been linked with.
No,
Yeah,
No, I haven't.
19-year-old from Rennes.
Yeah,
I was gonna
he
say
plays like centrally, can play in like a center attacking mid left wing because he's mad techie. Like he's really skillful with the ball at his feet. He's one of those in the likes of when Nabil Fekir was at his prime in Lyon. Same with Ryan Cherky. He's like in that same sort of mold of player. They just like highly gifted for an 18-year-old. The way he dribbles, he's 1v1s and all that. But it's hard to tell how he's going to progress. But he really does look like the real deal. Like in the sense for his age, the way he's playing. He will go
I've
for a
seen-
big fee though. Yeah.
All I've seen is that he's direct, good dribbler,
Yeah.
physical
Yep.
for his age.
Yep.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Us and Tottenham are linked with him. I think the problem is he wants a UCL club. So we're kind of both fucked on that front. Unless you want to use the whole
Yeah.
Conference League shamelessness. But nah. I don't know. Maybe he stays for another year. He is young. He can wait another year. See if there's a UCL team around. But other than that, it's just more negotiations and monitoring. So that's about it.
Provided PSG don't get to him first. Yeah.
Oh shit, PSG linked with him too.
They're always, when it comes to French talent like that, they're always going to come in for him, like they did with Bradley Barcola and all that. So I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
it's done then.
Yeah.
He's waiting for PSG. Simple as. That's done.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, we can forget about that one then. Right, I think that's it for all the links. So probably gonna wrap up the
Alright.
stream for today. Big up to Andrew saying big up Lewis. Been a while. God bless. Chance for top 4. More than just a chance. Our team finished 5 points off 4th with a fraud in charge. We should be able to get 4th now with someone who I refuse to believe is worse. Until I see it, I refuse to believe he's worse than Poch. So yeah, top 4, Conference League, get me my trophy, and we move on to the next one. Unless the dreaded points deduction just spawns out of nowhere. Then we'll be fucked. You hardly have a link for the game. No, I haven't got a link, bro. I haven't got a link. If anyone does have one, though.
Which game are you talking about?
Esteval, Palmeiras.
Oh, the Palmeiras. Oh, the Palmeiras.
Yeah, they're
okay.
playing in like 45 minutes. So I'm going to go
Word.
look for a stream for that. But I ain't going to go live because I don't know if there's going to be anything that isn't 10 minutes behind. So it's pointless.
Yeah.
Oh, Abdi,
No
if you
worries.
got a link, yeah, defo. That'll be amazing. Yeah, please send that over. Bless up, man. But for now, I'm going to send you all over to Never a Foul because they're live now. Jimmy should be over there as well. So we'll send everybody over. Tell them Carefree Lewis raid. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow probably to talk more transfer news and all of that.
Yep.
Big up, everybody. Like,
All right.
subscribe.
That's up.
Up the Chelsea.
Up
Take
Chelsea.
care. Yep.
Big